Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, and of course, this is the Resort Recon live podcast. It's my in studio show where myself and a couple of friends we just nerd out about theme parks. We give you guys the theme park news, and we offer opinions, and we answer you guys questions and all of that. It's such a fun show that I love doing, and we've got we've got two very interesting topics. Of course, we're going to bring you some Disney news. Of course, lots of refurb news, possible CEO replacement news. Stuff for if you're like me, if you're one of those Christmas planners, holiday planners, we're keeping you guys ahead of the curve with all the information that's coming out. And it looks like some things are coming back to the Disney parks for the holidays that they had gotten rid of before. And the most pressing topic, of course, to talk about, call it our major topic, is that Stardust Racers reopens this afternoon at Epic Universe. And there are a couple of changes, but also want to make you guys aware of the ambulance chaser, and I use that in the most derogatory term possible. The ambulance chaser lawyer that's been hired for the family of Mr. Zavala. We are going to talk about that as well. So let's see who we have got here in the chat so far. I think Erica's on her way. She'll let me know when she's ready and I'll pull her in. We have got Sarah Rust in the chat. Hello, my dear. Says hi, guys. Oh, hi. Hey, and hello. Good seeing you. I love that calico cat. So pretty. We've got Keely Chow here. She says, hey, everybody, and good morning. Yes, good morning indeed. Good morning. Roll Tide, of course, to you. We've got Kimberly Ann Hart here in the chat as well. Hello. Let's see. We've got CJ, my thumbnail guy. Says hi, Kimberly, Keely, Boss, Sarah. Hope you're doing great. And we've got Tom F., one of my amazing wrenches. He's usually here, but got some family stuff this weekend. So he says hi from Palm Springs. Hello, my dear. Good seeing you as always. And let's see who else we got. We have Sonia Pantosha. Hello, my dear. This is hi, Reina Creole. Well, hi, hello, and welcome. Good seeing you, my dear. And we have got Go and Shogi. He says morning. Good seeing you, my friend. It's funny. I was actually playing the game Go 5 in a row in the Infinity Nikki game. I'm like obsessed with learning how to play that. I don't know. There's just something about the strategy of that game where I'm hooked, and it's like now I have to figure out how to play it even better. And let's see, we've got Goof435 who says, hey there, hi there, good seeing you. And B5 guy is in the chat as well. Hello, and welcome. And we have got JG. Hello. Dude, I love that avatar. Is that the one that usually has a sign saying network been down long and it's a skeleton over the computer terminal? I love it. And good morning, dear lady. How are y'all doing this fine October morning? I am doing great. I can't really. It's Florida, so fall means nothing to us down here. The only leaves that are turning are the leaves of the palm trees turning brown, which means need some water and they need to be trimmed. We're not going to feel anything close to fall until December. Mm-hmm. And now I want coffee. Thanks, Lorraine. You're welcome. I'm on my requisite second cup of coffee. I like a little coffee with my creamer. One of the best appliances I ever bought was a Keurig. But I want the Keurig. I need to get the Keurig where you can use the K cups, but you can also grind your own coffee and, brew a pot with your own ground coffee beans. So yeah, I'd like that. Either my grinder or like say go to Trader Joe's, which for some reason Publix doesn't have a coffee grinder. I don't get that, but I think Trader Joe's still has theirs. So I want to do that. The IT mask. Yes, I have to joke about that. In my new job, I have got an IT team to lead, and it's going to be very, very interesting. Oh, Erica's here. Hang on. Hey, Erica, how you doing? Oh, okay. I thought she said she was here. I just saw the message in the back.
God, so I can do two things at once, which is
Oh,
nice.
that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Good seeing you, my dear. Good seeing you.
Could the wind out of nowhere? All I heard was whap, 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 and then I got a warning on the computer of the winds tonight. I didn't know we are going to be like that. So, and I was able to save some of my Halloween decorations that were almost blowing away down the street.
I know. Oh, that wind in Germany. I've at least like in Bavaria. I'd never run into wind like that ever in my life. It was insane.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Crazy.
And it came out of nowhere. Like it was fine. I logged in, and all of a sudden we were backstage, and I heard this, and I heard doors slamming downstairs, and I'm like, oh no. Crazy. It's a good thing I didn't put too much of my Halloween stuff out. Had I put my pumpkins out, they would have been down, like all the way down the street, just rolling like tumbleweeds.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. I've got my fall decorations out, like at the front of the house, and on the balcony, and I've got my banners up. I told myself I need 2 planters because I want to make some lanterns that I can rotate to the theme for every season, so they can be out there. But I still have to do the porch with my Nightmare Before Christmas theme. But what isn't a nightmare, I choose God for $9.99. Thank you so much, my dear. We're going to hit you up with the we'll call it the perpetual clip for this show. This is pathetic.
Join in, folks. It's yodeling time. Here at Lester's
Elephant green screen effect.
Thank you, I Choose God, for that $9.99 super chat. You guys, with your super chats, you help keep this channel going, running, so I can do new stuff and bring you guys entertainment. So thank you so very much. Thank you, I Choose God, and you were absolutely darn right. Choose God. Gotcha. Let's see. Barbara Hammer is here. Says, hi, Lorena. Happy Saturday, everyone. Well, yes, happy Saturday indeed. Good seeing you. And Goofar35 says, have noticed that Disney has once again become Walt Disney World. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We are so going to talk about that because there's this claustrophobic feel.
Really?
I mean, at Epcot, when it was Walcott, like literally, I
remember.
There's enough space at Epcot where it doesn't. It's kind of like, okay, I guess I can't go over there. Let me go over here or whatever. But because the Magic Kingdom is so much smaller, it just it's so claustrophobic, especially when you cannot see Rivers of America. I mean, it's just insane. It really is, and you're not getting a discount visiting.
No. Mm-mm.
But be on the lookout. They might start dropping coupons. See, only the second Slack. Yes, only the second. Here's why. Okay, I like my coffee with a lot of creamer in it. I like it very, very strong coffee, like hickory roasted coffee. That's a New Orleans thing. I love it. Only thing I need are beignets, but yeah, two cups of coffee. That's it. I don't limit that. After that, then I hit the Earl Grey tea, which I don't put creamer in it at all. I just put like a little bit of sugar or honey in there, and yeah, I do that. But you know what? When I was in college for engineering, I ran on pots of coffee, Mountain Dew, and chocolate.
Dang.
It was nuts.
I have hazelnut coffee because it's that time of year. I love hazelnut. And if you put chocolate in it, chocolate hazelnut, that's my absolute favorite.
Hazelnut is so delicious. I mean, like those, like the Roche candies. I love those.
I love those.
With the hazelnut flavor, they are amazing. But for me, for coffee, like I don't know why the heck this is. My grandma and my dad, they like that instant crap coffee. Oh my gosh, it was so disgusting.
I can't.
No one brewed coffee in my family until I started to do it. And the funny thing is that my great grandma was known for brewing her own coffee. That's like so really strong coffee. I'm like, why didn't you stick with that?
Who got lazy?
Yeah, exactly. Who got freaking lazy? And they would say, you know, your great grandma Bessie Blair, she would make coffee so strong that
to wake the dead, huh?
I'm like, well, why don't you make that coffee instead of that disgusting freeze-dried crap? It was so bad. I had one taste of it and I'm like, this is disgusting.
I've never, even as a kid, I could tell my grandparents were running low on coffee and they would make café con leche with the instant stuff. And I could tell the difference. I'm like, ugh.
I'm like, no. It's disgusting. Oh, man. And I found out how to brew coffee. I'm like, this is so freaking good. I love it. DL Fendo, hello. Says that's easy, Lorena. They're everywhere. Little plastic /screen K-cups you fill and use. I think I have it on one of my lists on Amazon, but I keep forgetting to pick it up. So thank you.
Several different versions and styles out of the brew your own coffee K-cups.
I need that because then I need my stash of Kona coffee beans and Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee beans. Oh, there's just something about it when you grind the beans and just that smell, it's amazing. Oh, thank you, JG. Yes, I am very happy to be entering the land or re-entering the land of the employed in about a week. Although I've been given the heads up that it'll be more than a 40-hour work week, which I'm good with. But yeah, it's the nature of the beast, so to speak. Hey, Rambam 3000, good to see you. Good to see you, my dear. And back to Genshin Impact. Oh man, I haven't worked on Genshin Impact in a long time. I can't stand Paimon. I can't stand that little booger. I can't. So Genshin got too much going on, man. Power to you guys. I was just like, this is nuts. This is nuts. I kept switching characters, which kind of really threw me out. Oh, Walmart does. Okay. What do you expect? You get past Eastern Europe, it's basically flat. The steppe is vast. Well, I didn't really know that. because when I lived in Pennsylvania at the time, we've got like, well, compared to like the West, our mountains look like hills, but we have these, these hills and these mountains, valleys and stuff like that. We keep calling it Lehigh Valley, Schuylkill Valley. So that's the topography that I was used to. So I was not used to it when I'm out in Nuremberg and all of a sudden this wind freaking comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Felt like ice blades. And that's the first time I actually I got a scarf and I wrapped my head up and I looked like those Eastern European women. I said, okay, now I get why you do it now. I get why you do it now. And then I came home and my mom saw that. She's just like, you never did that before. I was like, Mom, you have no idea how insane.
Yeah, because I went. It'll knock you on your butt.
Probably like the wind in Detroit when they say the hawk is out. Yeah, that's much what they mean. Going Shoki says that's why I didn't decorate outside for the holidays. Santa Clarita is wind country and in the fall and winter. Yeah. See y'all later, pool time. Okay. Take care, Tom. We'll see you soon. Florida, we don't really get high. We get these sea breezes in the evening. So that's kind of like the breeze. Like if you're out in the parks in the evening, which is why that's my favorite time to go to the parks, you feel this breeze that comes up off the coast. And well, if we get a tropical storm, you got to take all that stuff down. Wind is crazy. There's Erica waving, and you're amazing. Well, thank you, my dear. You are amazing. Thank you. And we have Chelsea. Such a cute picture. Says hi. Talk to the chat. Rambam 3000. Now that I remember, I have to say this. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. for the Welcome to Florida show, we are going to be talking about the famed English pirate, Sir Francis Drake. You do not want to miss that. There are so many famous pirates in Florida, like Jean Lafitte, he's one. Jose Gaspar, he's another one. Gasparilla, out there in Tampa Bay, and Sir Francis Drake. So we're gonna talk about him on a Sunday. With the walls, it's like Disney World put together a maze, but forgot to make it fun. Yeah, between the walls, between the rollout fake hedges, it's just like it is in the Magic Kingdom. It's this claustrophobic feel, because when you had Rivers of America out there and then the Haunted Mansion, it just looks so creepy. Fun, like there's water and then there's this like mansion that's up there. Something else. Hey, A2D2, another one of my awesome wrenches. This is Hail to the Queen. Happy Saturday. Well, happy Saturday to you, my dear. I like my coffee the same way. Thank you. I like strong coffee with a lot of cream and sugar. It can't be weak coffee.
For me, it's strong coffee and cream, but I just keep tasting it until it's the right blend. I couldn't tell you how much cream. I just keep going.
Me neither. It's like alchemy. When just okay. It's, oh my gosh, this is so funny. I'll tell this story. So it's Target, right, near me. And obviously we have like a large Spanish-speaking population. So she's literally, she got her coffee and she's got the cream and she's like, también, perfecto. I said, I know, I'm not. I said, see, I don't feel weird. I don't feel weird at all. I saw that. I was like, go ahead, lady. Aldo Casabona. Hey, Aldo, good to see you. Says, café con leche, me quiero casar con una señorita de Portugal.
Well, go to Portugal.
I see ya. Folgers is akin to licking an ashtray. Yes.
This not wrong. Oh my gosh, you're not wrong.
And here
I have not had Folgers in years because there's so much better coffee out there.
You know what's worse than Folgers? Some abomination called Sanka.
Maxwell. Oh, well, Maxwell
No.
House ain't all that great either.
Sanka. And my grandma would act like that thing was the best thing since sliced bread.
Oh, have you tried the Aldi's brand coffee? That's pretty bad. I do not like the Aldi's brand.
I have Aldi's K-cup coffee. So I get
I don't
that.
like any of them.
But thankfully, with the new job, I'm actually going to be closer to the Trader Joe's. So I'm going to be going to the Trader Joe's and grinding my own coffee. There's this Bay, what is it? It's called Bay. They have a French market blend, which is like hickory coffee, and then they have a Bay blend, which is amazing. Oh, it's so delicious. Oh, so good. Wait, what? Congratulations, Reina. Oh, thank you. Yes. So I'm going to be back in the land of the unemployed. My stream should remain the same, but we'll let you know. I'm just glad I finally have the position that I want, for sure. Rambia 3000 for 10 pounds of the, I was about to say queen, I'm not used to it, king's money. That's proper money. Let me hit you up. Thank you so much for that, my dear. I so appreciate the support of my channel. Just talking about the East, I recommend John Mann's biography of Attila the Hun. Okay. He goes into detail about geography and life on the steppe. He also did a biography of Genghis Khan. Yeah, I'm really interested in the one about Genghis Khan for real. Dude was, well, infamous, but he put into place a lot of things. Very interesting how that happened. So thank you, Ram Bam, for that. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. All right. It's a damn psycho. Yes, Folgers is the most disgusting coffee that's out there. I don't know why. I don't know why they push that so hard. Folgers, Maxwell House, now I remember. Even worse, do you know that instant coffee was decaf? Like, to add insult to injury, decaf freaking coffee. Apparently my dad couldn't drink caffeinated coffee. So literally, when I brought my own coffee in the house, I'm like, it's caffeinated. All right, don't mess with it.
The McCafe decaf is pretty good. I do like that Gavalia. Is it Gavalia or is it Javalia? That's what I use.
Javalia. Yeah, I used to get Javalia coffee delivered too, which was...
That's the one I get exclusively.
That's some good stuff. I thought people were kidding when they were talking about how good it was, and then I got Javalia and I was like, this is so good.
I go between the Colombian and the dark roast. Those are the two I go between.
Instant coffee is great to keep around for your chocolate cakes.
Oh, now you tell me. I brewed regular coffee in the chocolate cake I made a few weeks ago.
I know for making tiramisu, which I'm learning how to make because I love tiramisu. They have brew coffee, something like that. Decaf coffee is like a 1911 and 9 millimeter. What's the point?
I have to have decaf sometimes. If I overload myself on caffeine, I'll have heart palpitations and other issues. So I do have to watch my caffeine intake.
I had an issue with that for a while. I don't know what happened, but I was having heart palpitations, and I had to go to the ER 3 times because I could not figure out what was going on. I had heartbeats of like over like 150 beats per minute.
Dang.
I'm like, what the heck is going on? And they ran every test. Come to find out, for some reason, I had a sensitivity to caffeine. I'm like, what are you talking about? And literally for like 6 months, I couldn't touch tea. I couldn't touch coffee. I remember one time I was driving back from my sister's house in when she lived in North Carolina, and I stopped by McDonald's and I got some coffee, and I'm drinking it, and I'm like, why is this coffee so good? It was caffeinated. I'm like, dang it. Now I know what it's like when people have not smoked a cigarette for forever. And they're like, that drag when they fall off the wagon, like, oh, it's so good. I was drinking it like, why is this so good? It's caffeinated.
Dunkin' decaf isn't bad either, but it's better when you get it from Dunkin' Donuts. Like the K-cup stuff it's okay. But if you get it from the actual restaurant, it's actually pretty decent.
Mm-hmm. Well, folks, we're gonna get moving, but something else, something that I just have to share. I just have to share with you guys because I won't say finally, but I would say that I've actually made the decision that I'm going to adopt a kitten, but I already have the name before I had the cat. So literally, the kitten's going to be named Stitch. I've already come to that conclusion. Gonna be named Stitch, and over here at the literally like in Lilo and Stitch the movie, gonna be going over to the animal shelter. So Orange County has an animal shelter, and of course I'm like looking at all the kittens, and then I saw this one, and I'm just like, yeah. Something like that. Kitten is like all over the place. Professor X would see him pretty much as like a nuisance that he's a kitten, but he does need someone to keep him busy and to keep him company. So he's not following me around like all the time. So I'm like, yeah. So we're putting together a list of all the stuff that we need to get, to get a new kitten and all of that. So yeah, I saw this. I said, yeah, that looks like a Stitch kitten. That's what we're gonna have. So it's gonna be interesting, especially when I put the Christmas tree up, because cats and Christmas tree.
Jeez.
Of course, Lorena has named her kid Stitch. Yes. Yeah, we are going to call him Stitch. Hey, Akido, to the lovely ladies, and Miami is going to beat FSU tonight.
I didn't even know they were playing.
That's
waiting for the Nebraska game tonight.
That's fighting words, right? We'll see what happens. Have fun. That is the surprise cat meme in real life. Yeah. He's just like, get out of what, me?
He's so cute. I love those yellow tabbies. They're so adorable.
I had a yellow tabby cat when I was in high school. Looked just like Morris the cat. He was amazing. Although he would steal the meat out of your hoagie. Leave the tomatoes, leave the lettuce, leave everything else, leave the cheese, and would snatch the meat out of your hoagie. I just like
carnivore little snot, wasn't he?
And like the lick cheese curls. The weirdest freaking thing. Tapatio, that means he's spicy. Oh, it's a boy. Yeah.
My grandma had 2 cats. She had a yellow one, a yellow tabby, and then she had a black one with a little bit of white here on the neck. And they named them Duke and Lady with their names. Duke and Lady. Yeah.
It's cute. CJ says I can't be on sites like this. This is like women being on shoe sites. I'm going to take
Ugh.
this one and this one and this one. Do you have this one in the smallest? Mine is an orange. Good luck. You'll need it. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, I am gonna need it, but this would be like the fourth kitten that I've gotten. I am much better with kittens that I get, and I've already had experience integrating an older cat and a younger cat together. With Kayla, because she was a female cat, I was advised, do not get another female cat. They don't get along. Unless they're the same litter. I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, it has to be a male kitten. So this case, yeah, I'm getting a male kitten because I actually prefer them. The giant monster, yeah, it kind of does. Redheads get a bad rap no matter the species. I love orange tabbies. They are my favorite. Kittens, I'll tell you, that's some content for days. But I'm so used to it. I just like expect for that to happen. Crazy stuff when it comes to kittens. One thing I want to get started. Let's get started. But something I want to show you guys, especially if you're coming to the Orlando area, there is this cool experience called Ride Makers. And the interesting thing about Ride Makers, and I didn't know anything about this until I happened to come across this one video on Instagram. So if you're looking for something different to do outside of the parks, definitely consider Ride Makers. So this guy went and he took his son, and I think this is so cool.
I took Channel to this place called Ride Makers in Orlando, Florida. It was kind of
For the
pretty
mall.
much to build a better, but with cars. He got the chance to build his own car. We got a police truck.
Oh my gosh.
The police car. So he gets into a truck.
He got the body that he wanted. Of course, he wanted the police car, so bam, we had to get the police. He wanted to turn it to a little monster truck. His cousin got the green one, and them boys was too happy. And we moved over to the rim section. They let him pick out his own rims that he wanted to put on his car.
Wow.
Picked out his own tires. And he had to struggle to carry the basket because them cars and everything got heavy. He wanted a blue spoiler to put on the back of his police car. I guess to match the blue that's on the police car. So we threw it on the police car and put the police car out there, and then did his holy praise dance, and then bro was turned. My dog was struggling to get the little nuts in there, so I had to help him out. Screwed them in there real quick. Pushed the rims in there because he couldn't push them in there. So he struggled to get these tires on. I had to pop them in there all the way for him. But was too excited. He was too turned. And right after that, he was able to take it for a little spin, spin around the block real quick, see what it was hitting for. Him and his little cousin race. I think Chandler lost. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, he lost. And then they ran the car into people's feet, and we got up out of there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dad,
Raph and Christian are gonna crap when they see that.
I did not know what this was about, and I'd walked past this place a lot of times at the Florida Mall. Did not know what was in there, but saw this reel, and I'm just like, that is really, really cool. So the
Man,
Florida
I wish
Mall.
I wish they had that. I wish they had that when Christian was little, because he was obsessed with cars. Anything with wheels and trains. This kid, that was his obsession. I wish they had that when he was little. Although he'd still do it as an adult because he still likes cars.
Well, for sure, the Florida Mall is the tourist mall, for sure. So if you go, there's so many cool things that are there. Even Christmas, that is the most pimped out Santa meet and greet I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's like
the Florida Mall.
It's like the experience that you used to have in the department stores way, way, way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And they have it like over in the Florida Mall. It's truly Florida Christmas. So yeah, check out Ride Makers. They're over at the Florida Mall. Nice little side trip to take. So over 162 of you in here watching. Thank you so very much. All right, so let's start with the Disney news first. Spaceship Earth reopening date revealed. So Spaceship Earth has been under renovation. Why the heck they're doing a renovation right now is beyond me, but it is what it is. So refurbishment started in August 25th. I got to check it out before then. And let's see, since closing, Spaceship Earth has been surrounded by rolling planters, no construction walls. Well, the rolling planters are still annoying too, And cast members stationed in the area to explain the closure. Where'd they go? To guests and redirect them elsewhere. The post-show has also been closed. Again, oh, really? They didn't even leave that open? Like the all the cool stuff that you could do after you got out of Spaceship Earth, all the cool games and especially
the play, like the play area.
Yeah, like the play area, even the one where you put the 3D glasses on and you have to reassemble the skeleton and the internal organs and stuff like that, and the energy games. And okay, so looks like they did. Yeah, wow, something else. This despite the exit doors being open because the new Geo 82 lounge, which is not for us poor people, which is access through said exit doors, has remained operational during the refurbishment. Yes, they put yet another bar up there. So the latest development, of course, is that Spaceship Earth will reopen on Saturday, October 25th. So this doesn't come as a press release, but apparently a quiet update to the park hours. So it'll be interesting, this update to Spaceship Earth. It's like, what kind of updates, are they making? I hope they do something about the ride system itself, because it has gotten really jerky.
Yeah.
Especially when you're
I've noticed that too.
Yeah, especially when you're going back, it's just like bump, bump, bump. You feel every bump.
It feels like was it the little engine that train?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like that.
So I'm hoping they do that. Hoping they do not really touch any of the other, the other areas, maybe lighting improvements and stuff like that, but we shall indeed see. Let's see. Looking at that, do people still build droids at Galaxy's Edge, or has that died off? Actually, that is very popular. And actually, I still have to do that, because I've always wanted to do that. Just like how you saw at Ride Makers, where little kids are sitting there at a table and putting stuff together. That's the same energy at the Droid Depot. It's still crazy popular. Way more popular than Savvy's workshop, that's for sure. We're building lightsabers. Droid stays busy, for real. Hey, Dan, says good afternoon, Lorena and Erica. Don't forget to thank the Phoenician. My favorite is when you go through the scene in Egypt, and they talk about the papyrus for record keeping and unfortunately tax. I'm like, but I love it. It's hysterical. I'll be going that day to Spaceship Earth. Oh, awesome. You will have to let us know what they did with the refurbishment. I hope they update the one where you select what you want to do in the future. They need to update that loop. I think I need to visit the Droid Depot. Yeah, you do. It is like, I loved robots, working with robots. It's so much fun. like to do, especially if you get the little robot snuggly. I just, what it is, it's kind of like the backpack. There's like a little area where you put the droid in and you can flip it up and you can actually see the droid that you have.
I think I've seen those. Yeah.
It's a really cool backpack. It's just, I tell people, just pay the money to get that instead of just the, cardboard box. It is worth, it's fun to get. Don't build the BB unit in Droid Depot. Way less fun to build and use. Yeah, I had never even thought about building one like that. For me, it was either going to be the R2 unit or I'm forgetting what the other one is, but it's red. Not the BB unit. Nah. That one is not real. I don't usually see people building that one at all. So, yep, that's Spaceship Earth reopening. So, Erica, what do you think?
I'm curious if they did. Well, I would think if it were a retrack, it would have been shut down a lot longer because that's an intense. I'm going to go on a limb and say it was probably just a few touch-ups here and there and deep cleaning. I don't think it was anything invasive. Because if it would have been invasive, it would be shut down for a lengthy amount of time.
Yeah.
Unless all it needed was oil in those wheels. I don't know.
You never know. It's
maybe
like
leaking wheels. I don't know.
It's like this engineer chart that I saw. It's like, if it doesn't move. Yes. Is it supposed to move? If it's not supposed to move, use duct tape. If it is supposed to move, use WD-40. So that was the thing. It's just like those two. And yes, I fixed a lot of stuff with duct tape and WD-40. That stuff is awesome. So we'll have to hear from Dance Life at the Kingdom how that went. The wall budget ate up their
Probably. Jeez, they're so broke.
You got to pay for walls. No, we can't pay for a can of lubricant. No. You can't do that. You can't do that, man. Well, going from that to the Magic Kingdom fireworks dessert parties. Turns out that they've updated some of the desserts for the $100 or so that you're going to wind up paying when you go.
Stuff I can make at home too.
Yeah. Look, this here.
What was that, cheesecake with Jello on top?
I think, yeah, with like crunchy cookies. I think on the bottom, custard part, and then like whatever lime. I want to call it Jello, but
it does look like Jello. I don't know what else. It would be. That's weird. Jello and like cheesecake. No.
Well, what they've got with the new featured desserts, and maybe they heard me complain that the desserts looked very nondescript and nothing to write home about. At least these look more Disney themed. So you have the Star Command Mousse Cup, chocolate cookie crumbs with white chocolate mousse, green apple gelée, whipped cream, red crispy pearls, and a Star Command chocolate piece. Yeah, so white chocolate mousse. I'm not really a fan of mousse, but it's interesting looking. And then I'm sorry, what?
I like chocolate mousse. So I can never finish it because no one at the at Epcot at the French bakery, they got really good chocolate mousse. I can never finish it though because it's really rich, but it is really good.
Is that? Yeah, it's just one of those things where I think it's like the texture. I don't really like it, but it's kind of like flan. I don't like flan either.
Yeah, I don't like flan. I've never liked it. I've tried. Nope. It's like boogers.
And like, no. Apple, why apple? Florida Keys and the wonderful limes are right there. Yeah, I know, right? That's what they decided to go with. Let's see. We've got the Under the Sea cupcake, vanilla cake soaked in tres leches with coconut, topped with whipped cream, red sprinkles, and sugar shells. I would love to try that, except for those of you who are lactose intolerant, you may need to skip that. Unless they make it vegan. But that looks absolutely delicious. We've got the Dole Whip pineapple mousse cup, layers of pineapple gelée, and panna cotta. Ugh, I do not like panna cotta. Featuring the flavors of Dole Whip pineapple. Panna cotta looks pretty, but I don't like it. We got the Country Bear cheesecake, chocolate tart filled with whipped cheesecake, apple pie filling, cinnamon streusel, whipped cream, and a chocolate piece. Now that
chocolate. Okay, chocolate and apple. Yeah, I can. What? I don't know.
Chocolate.
I don't like cinnamon and chocolate mixed together. I know like it's a Mexican thing, but I don't like cinnamon mixed with chocolate in any way.
Yeah. To me, that doesn't. It's like, how come y'all couldn't make it like white chocolate? I don't know. Anyway, let's see. We've got Bayou Peach Cobbler, cinnamon panna cotta. What is up with the panna cotta, y'all want? Peach Cobbler. Okay, this is an abomination. Cinnamon streusel and a chocolate piece. There is nothing about this that says Bayou. Why you guys did not do a Bananas Foster is beyond me.
Okay, it's Disney. Do you think they could have gotten that right? Your silence is very reassuring.
Case in point, the Bananas Foster chocolate bar. Abomination. That should not have been there.
I've never had Bananas Foster, but I would like to try it.
It is
but
so
I would
good.
need you to introduce it to me because only you know what it's supposed to taste like.
It is supposed to taste like rum, brown sugar, and have a little bit of whipped cream and bananas, because the reason why is most of the bananas would come through, at least to the US, would come through New Orleans. So there's a restaurant called Brennan's, which I have been to. Okay. They make the Bananas Foster there at the table. So they have the, oh my gosh, what is that darn thing? They have the crepe. So they have the crepes. They have the crepes. So they bring that out. And then they put like the filling and all the stuff in there with the bananas and all of that. Then they pour freaking rum over that sucker and set it on fire.
I was going to say they put a flame to it, don't they?
To like melt the brown sugar, because you got to use brown sugar. Melt the brown sugar, and because it's been flambéed, the rum taste, it flavors things a little differently. So you cannot bake Bananas Foster without rum. Don't happen.
I don't trust myself with a flame, so I will never be making that.
And let's see, we've got a Mickey-shaped fruit tart, pastry cream topped with strawberries, blueberries, mandarin orange, and a gold leaf in a Mickey tart-shaped shell. So here, okay, I guess that's supposed to be Bayou. Well, that's what they did. There's the Mickey tarts, which actually look good. They just look like your standard fruit tart. So that's on point. That Under the Sea tres leches. Again, if I wasn't lactose intolerant, I'd hit that.
I just don't like the tres leches. I've never been a fan of the flavor.
It's like I like it when it's soaked up into the cake, but I have to make it the way that I have to make it. So it's like if I taste the standard one, I think there's like goat milk in it. I do not like goat milk. I don't like anything that comes from a goat. I don't. I can't even eat curry goat. Okay, and Jamaicans would look at you weird if you don't like curry.
Ralph is the opposite. He loves goat and goat cheese and goat milk.
I can't.
He
Goat
loves
is
goat.
so darn funky.
No, it is. I've had it, and it is gamey. I do like goat cheese. I think goat cheese is good.
I can't deal with goat cheese. I will eat sheep cheese. I eat goat cheese.
Sheep cheese is really good. I have had at the Italian bodega we have over here. She introduced me to sheep cheese to put on spaghetti. Oh, that was a game changer. And she warned me. She goes, "Do not salt your sauce because the sheep cheese is very salty. That will be your salt." Yeah, she was right on point.
My mom makes a fine chocolate and a fine lemon mousse. Okay, now see, lemon mousse I'm down with. If it's the citrus style mousse, I'll eat that sucker up. But chocolate.
I love lemon cake, lemon brownies,
lemon bars. Now that's a potluck staple there. Let me get some lemon bars. Panna cotta is rarely done well. It always becomes milk jello. Yeah, and that's probably the thing. It does remind me of milky jello. And the last time I had panna cotta was at Disney, and I was just like, "What the heck is this?" Yeah, I just didn't like it. It's not for me.
No, yeah. If I don't like flan, I'm not going to eat that either. Nope.
Nope. That thing will that'll sit there and stare at me. Just stare at me. Aldo says love goat cheese. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have the goat cheese. I can't. I already told y'all I don't like goats. I don't like goats. I got traumatized visiting my great uncle's farm, like outside of Miami, and he had goats, like especially the tiny goats, and they used to chase me and like try to eat my clothes. And no,
I will never own a goat for a pet. I don't understand that either because they can get mean. With the head butting and they eat anything. Yeah, no.
Anything, clothes, paper. Some of them are stupid enough to try eating a can. What the heck that is? Sheep cheese, isn't that feta? Is it? The only sheep-based cheese that I've had is what's it? Manchego. This is like a hard Spanish cheese. And it's like cow and sheep cheese together, which
is it white and round?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's the cheese my abuelo used to buy. But we just called it white cheese. But I never knew it was good. It was a very mild cheese, and we'd eat it with guava and just about anything.
Yeah, it's just they called it manchego. At least at Trader Joe's is what they call it. Well, they have it at Publix too. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. However, it will elevate your charcuterie board because it is some cheese.
I love a good charcuterie board. Oof.
It's so good. Don't eat cave ripened blue cheese. I'll tell you that much. You can taste the penicillin in it. I had that at the Chef de France, and I wanted to shave my tongue. It was so bad.
Jeez.
I'm like, no, I've had blue cheese, but this is no. I pushed it to the other side of the plate so it would not taint the brie and the camembert that I had on the plate. So anyway, just to let you guys know, here are the dessert party options. They've got the pre-party dessert party. So you go, you eat desserts, and then the cast members take you to the Plaza Garden for fireworks viewing. Once upon a time, that used to be free. The other one is the post-party, where you check in again. You go over to the Plaza Garden, you get escorted over there, and then afterward, you come back to the Tomorrowland Terrace for desserts and beverages. And then they have, this is the granddaddy of them, seats and suites. So you get the dessert and beverages, and you remain seated on the patio to view happily ever after. And the price is $119 to $129 per adult, $75 per child. It includes beer and wine if you're 21 and 21 and over. Mm-hmm. So I have not tried it yet. It's on my list of things to do so I can properly evaluate it and let you guys know if it's. I'm going to say no, unless.
It's actually cheaper to go to California Grill. And it's a prefix menu.
Mm-hmm. This is, yes, dessert.
That's messed up. It is cheaper to just, if you can, it's kind of tricky to get reservations right when the fireworks are going to be. But yeah, it's actually cheaper to just go to California Grill and just watch the fireworks on the roof of the Contemporary. Jeez.
Chocolate covered strawberries are like when a buffet puts out crab legs. I'm filling my plate with the sucker. You know me, I'm a big fan of Ziploc bags and that like disposable plastic storage.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, those are great things to take with you to the park, especially for stuff like that. White cheese queso blanco. Okay, I've heard of that. I've heard of queso blanco, but I don't think I've really had it. I think I've had it, but I didn't really pay attention to it. It's not one that I actively buy. Not the same as manchego. No. Nah. Manchego was up there with Parmesan cheese straight from Italy for me. It's like that hard cheese. That's just, oh my gosh, it's just so delicious. Not once upon a time. Yeah, we got that happily ever after fireworks still going on. So that's info in case you should need it. I usually do not recommend these dessert parties, especially if you are going to Disney on a budget. Way cheaper to stake out a spot, have somebody go and get snacks from Sleepy Hollow, have them get you, the funnel cake, coffee, and oh my gosh, the funnel cake at Sleepy Hollow is absolutely freaking amazing. Do that and then, bring it back to where you're sitting at. It's just, it's way better. But if you want to try it, there's the information for you guys to do with it what you will. Okay. Oh, manchego is more of a yellowish cheese, while queso blanco is like solar white, and manchego is more like an off-white. Actually, off-white, and it's got, because from it being in the cheese round on the side of it, it's like blackish gray. Do with it, it's a really nice cheese. I really do like that. Okay, well, something that is coming back to Fort Wilderness, which when it was taken away, people got really, really aggravated and annoyed, and I understand why. Festive sleigh rides return to Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground at Walt Disney World. This is something that it's so fun to do with, like, here we got the horses and we got sleigh rides. It was one of those things where if you went to Disney for Christmas, it was a nice extra thing, to do. And yeah, you go along the scenic trails of Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground among a merry holiday sleigh. Ride lasts 25 minutes and guests will meet their carriage at the new Tri-Circle D Ranch Barn near the Settlement Bus Depot. Sleighs can accommodate up to 4 adults or 2 adults and 3 small children. So you have to park at the main entrance of Fort Wilderness, take a bus to the Bus Settlement Resort, allowing up to 60 to 90 minutes for transportation within Walt Disney World. I will bump that up to 2 hours, just in case. it's okay to bleed. It's okay, to get there early, but never underestimate transportation failure, especially if it's with the Disney bus system. So there's Uber, there's Lyft. You can do that, as well to get there. So holiday sleigh rides are available from December 1st through December 30th and are not available on December 24th. Oh, that sucks. But anyway, each ride costs $80 per sleigh with taxes included. Mm-hmm. $80. Dang, $80 for 25 minutes. Wow.
I don't know if I pay that. That's a lot of money. I'd rather go out to eat, have a nice dinner.
It's one of those things that if it matters to you to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I get it. The ambiance.
The ambiance. The other thing is that Fort Wilderness is one of the best decorated resorts, just because you have like all trailers and everybody with their own cool, stuff out there. So this is one of those things where I'd say if you can, set aside money to do it, because it is definitely a fun experience. But first of all, Disney horses are the most beautiful pampered horses I've ever seen.
They are. Oh, they are beautiful.
I cannot even express just how beautiful they are. They are some pampered horses, and they're so beautiful. And sleigh ride isn't something that you would really get in Florida. Just saying.
I know.
You don't get it, so that's kind of like the dichotomy there.
If you look at the photo real closely, it's got wheels.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is.
So it's not.
Love how they improvise in Florida, because you have to.
Oh my gosh. Why not go on the Magic Kingdom trolley for park admission? Well, Magic Kingdom doesn't have a trolley per se. They've got the double-decker bus. They also have like the little complimentary carts that'll take you from the oh my gosh, like in front of the train station down to Cinderella Castle. But yeah, we don't have a trolley here at I don't think we've ever had one, Aldo, at the Magic Kingdom.
I can't remember.
We never never have.
If we did, it was taken out a long time. I couldn't even tell you when.
I can't even remember.
I think Disneyland is the one that's more known for all of that up and down Main Street.
I mean, we have trolley tracks that are in there, which unfortunately Alfonso Ribeiro tripped over. Yeah. That's what I remember. So let's see. Advanced reservations are highly recommended due to limited availability. Yes, they are. So those of you who are planning trips to Disney for Christmas, even if you're not sure, book it. Absolutely book it. So you can cancel within 24 hours. So, there's that. So you can get your money back. So you can do the reservation through My Disney Experience app up to 60 days in advance. For people who, my experience is booking stuff for Christmas, it's book it and get it done. Honestly, whatever you are trying to book for Christmas, you need to do it by the end of October. Even better if you did it by the end of July. But after the end of October, that's when stuff gets dicey. There will be, Go and Shogi makes a very good point. There will be a higher demand too, since there's going to be nothing at the Grand Floridian this year. Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah, people are going to look to do other things.
And that was free to do, and people would come over to the Grand Floridian, get their picture taken in front of the Grand Floridian Christmas tree, and then go over to the like life-size gingerbread house and look at like all the individual gingerbread houses that, are that the pastry chefs would make. So that was like an absolute tradition to do. And not going to be there. So yeah, I don't know. It would be interesting to see how many people are going to go to the Grand Floridian just to get the picture in front of the Christmas tree. And there not be that gingerbread house that just smell, that just, oh my God. The smell is what does it. And it just feels so Christmassy. So that's going to be interesting. Also, thank you, Phil Metzger. I'm glad that you brought this up, because this is another point that I was going to mention. Sounds fun, but now they need to do something about the sightline problem going on with the DVC building being built. Yes, there is active construction going on for the DVCs over at Fort Wilderness, which I'm not too cool with because it's destroying sightlines, but just something to keep in mind. It'll be dark for the most part. You probably won't be able to see it, but still, yeah, I don't think they're really interested in sightlines. It's like that Polynesian Tower, the new one. It sticks out like a sore thumb. It does not blend at all. At all. Hey, JG. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so there's that. Any last thoughts on this one, Erica?
No, none. Even I didn't know about the sleigh ride thing.
I think
I just forgot. I probably just forgot.
I think the reason why I remember this is because the one year that I wanted to go to book it, they had canceled it.
Okay.
And this was something that I really wanted to do. Folks may want to check for pool closures on resorts with refurbishments going on. A lot of that, hence so many discounts. Yeah, you do want to check on that. One thing about December in Orlando, it can be 95 degrees. It can be 30 degrees. It just depends on how bipolar the weather wants to be. So there's been times where I visited Disney around Christmas, and you expect it to be around 70 because Northerners like me, we go down, we take pictures, and we're just outside and nothing but like a sweater and chocolate behind palm trees, and it's nice. It's like fall. And one year I went, and it was in the darn 90s. I did not have any summer clothes like with me that were packed. And then another year it dropped down to like the 30s. It was crazy Arctic. So my advice, again, check about pool closures, but also keep an eye on AccuWeather. Start watching AccuWeather or checking AccuWeather about 2 weeks before you go. And the reason why I recommend AccuWeather is because AccuWeather is done by real meteorologists, not actors just reading the weather report. Okay, so we have that, and of course, which goes to this, Christmas and shopping at Disney. I have to have these.
Oh, they are cute. I like that. I'm all gingerbread. I love gingerbread. Oh, but I love snowflake stuff too.
Oh my gosh, is that? Are those Loungeflyers?
Yeah, that backpack is adorable because it's got snowflakes on it.
Oh, I gotta have that. The earrings, they've probably got nickel in it, so I can't wear them, but they're gorgeous, so pretty. And guess
that backpack is adorable with the snowflake and the little Mickey Mint.
They ain't gonna get my money. They're gonna get my money this year.
Okay, they're gonna have a matching, a Spirit jersey to go with that Loungefly, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, where's this very Jersey?
They know how to get us. They know how to get us. I mean, now it's not enough to just have the loungefly bag. You have to let the loungefly ears as well. And the loungefly ears are usually a very, very I like how they're constructed way better than the usual ears. They seem to be more cushioning. They're real loungefly ears because they'll have like the silver stamp on it as well. And very, very, very creative. I've seen this pattern before with the peppermint ears, but they're bringing them back. And I think
so.
it's
This year's motif looks like it's going to be very pepperminty.
Yeah. You could always have a jeweler swap out the earring hooks for silver. Oh, okay. I might, because these earrings, I'm very particular about my earrings, but these they look so darn cute.
Oh, that hat!
And the darn hat.
That hat is cute.
Dang it. So there is the Mickey Mouse Peppermint collection.
Oh.
The reindeer.
They're dressed as little reindeer.
Yes.
So cute. And they look like an old school Minnie and Mickey. Like an older version, cartoon version of them. That's cute.
That is, oh my gosh. No.
Oh, I have that.
No.
I have it.
Stay away from me. I'm trying
I have it.
It looks
now
so pretty.
I don't think mine changes colors like that though, unless I didn't play with it enough last year and maybe I just didn't realize it.
Oh, it says new. Let me see.
It might be that it has different. Okay.
Yeah, this is new.
No, I'm good with what I have. I don't need any more. I got all 3 of them from last year. I don't need any more.
That is crazy. Oh, I gotta look at this. Muppet Christmas Carol 12-day countdown calendar, $159. Thank God.
You know who would absolutely crap for that probably?
Who?
Marvin.
Yes. He would.
Oh man, he would absolutely flip for this.
Marley and Marley. Woo!
Ooh, 159. Jeez. Ooh. That is so adorable. It's even got the rat. It's got all of them.
Oh my gosh. This is so cute. Gonzo, of course, Gonzo is the narrator. He's supposed to be Charles Dickens. Oh my gosh. How big are they? They're saying mini plush. I would like to know how big these are.
Probably about the size of the palm of your hand, like this.
Yeah.
Not much bigger than fitting in your palm.
These would look so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's Rizzo. There's Rizzo. Rizzo the rat. Rizzo. Light the lamp, not the rat.
It's my favorite line in that whole movie.
Light the lamp. Oh, this is so scary. Gonzo's like, oh, it's okay. It's culture. MJ says, Erica, you got to watch the Haunted Mansion Halloween parade in Disneyland Paris. So cute. WW News Today YouTube channel.
I am gonna have to watch that. They have a fall parade. I just didn't realize I had one that was. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that tonight because maybe it'll inspire me. Mm-hmm. I'm always looking for inspiration to change up my display or tweak it.
Yeah, I got to check that out because that sounds so cool. And thank you, JG, for the 99-cent sticker. I sure do appreciate that. Let's see here. Let me hit you.
I know you want the goodies. Welcome to the goodie room.
Yes, we want the goodie. Okay. Especially these goodies right here. And JG sticker has like the emoji, the yellow face emoji, and the eyes have dollar signs in them.
You know what I miss? I miss how Disney used to have the Victorian Mickey and Minnie Mouse Christmas collection, and each year they would just add more to it and more to it. Then they got rid of it, and since then, what they're doing now is they literally just pump out different themed holiday merch every year. So they no longer have these collections that go on for years. So you can just kind of keep collecting over time. They've stopped doing that, and they've opted for like seasonal, like what's going to be the hot commodity for 2025, 2026, 2027. I don't know how I feel, but I got mixed feelings about how they've changed their marketing and their merch, like holiday stuff.
Like there's some stuff where they've only done it 1 year and that's it. Case in point, I have a Santa hat with Stitch ears on it. That same year, one came out with Tigger. It had like Tigger stripes and everything. They only made it 1 year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They only do seasons. So like what you're getting this year for Christmas, like that's it. Don't expect the items this year to rotate next year. So that kind of forces you to have to buy it if you want it this season. Oh, those Crocs are adorable. And I'm only seeing half. Like I need, those are so freaking cute. Oh, this is not good. Those are so adorable. Oh, and they're fuzzy on the inside.
They're fuzzy on the inside.
My feet will sweat in those. That was the only thing.
Fuzzy on the inside. You could not wear these in Florida until it's like
dropped. No, I couldn't even wear those out here. Even out here, my feet would still sweat in them. But they're so cute.
I love the Fair Isle patterns. They are absolutely beautiful. Dang it.
Yeah, so like next year you're not going to find those Crocs. They're going to come out with a different Christmas with a print, and I don't know. I kind of don't like how they do that because they come out with really cute things, and you're hoping they'll come out with more for that collection, so you can have this matching layette collection for your house. Like a throw, pillows, even dishes, drinkware, and stockings and the whole thing just kind of, but they don't do that anymore. So you really have to be selective on, well, what can I get this year that's going to match what I bought last year and the year before that, that would make a cohesive sense in your decorating. Kind of sucks that it kind of back you into a corner like that.
These Crocs are going to be at a character warehouse probably.
Yeah.
It's when your girl will swoop down and grab them because my eyes are on them. They're on my radar. Thank you, MJ, for that $2.99 super sticker. You guys are just absolutely blessing me today. Here you go. The super sticker with the teal guy going fist bump, fist bump. Thank you, MJ, for that sticker. I sure do appreciate that super chat sticker. Crocs get too much hate. I love my Dragon Ball Crocs so much. Let me tell you, Crocs, for the most part, are ugly as sin. However, the first time I put a pair on, my feet were feeling great. And we were at the parks for like, I want to say probably 12 hours. My sister, me, and camera girl. They look ugly, but they are freaking comfortable They conform to your body heat. So when you step in a pile of water, a puddle of water or whatever, once it dries, you know what? It dries quick. Your feet are so warm, and it just conforms to the shape of your foot. Now, I have some Crocs that are like about 3 inches high heel because I got to be extra. And I freaking love it. I love them. You go to the Croc store in the Florida Mall. It's crazy, my Crocs, man. Those Crocs are going on display. I'm not wearing them. They're too nice to wear. Yeah, I have a ton. Here's a shopping hint. If you're looking for Crocs, and I don't know if it's like this nationwide in the US, go to Marshall's. Maybe it's just Marshall's here in Florida. I don't know. But it seems like every time I go there, there's Aviana flip-flops, which you almost have to stab somebody to get when they're on sale, and Crocs. It just rotates through there. So definitely check out Crocs. There's also a website called 6pm.com, which is where Zappos puts their stuff on clearance. You can also get Crocs from there as well. So I've ordered Crocs for Disney trips over on 6pm.com. So
I got a pair of snow Crocs that are meant for like shoveling snow. They're hot pink and they cover your entire foot. It's almost like wearing a sock. The back end is this like bathing suit like material. And it keeps all the cold, wet snow off. So those are great if you're in cold weather. And then I got the Haunted Mansion ones and the orange pumpkin Mickey ones this year. So I got 3 pair in total now. Now I'm looking for a pair of Christmas ones. I'm like, geez, Erica, now I'm sucked in forever.
It's funny. We're talking about Crocs, right? I got these on my feet right now. Okay.
And you got the little thing on top.
Yes. And do you know where I bought them? The Character Warehouse. And I wear them in my house because they're so daggone stinking comfortable. These literally, when I saw them at the parks, I'm like, okay, we need to check the Character Warehouse to see if they show up. But yes, TJ Maxx too. Ross is kind of really bargain basement. Could be there, but as TJ Maxx is owned by Marshalls, one of those.
That's right. We get TK Maxx out here, which is the same company. They just can't call it TJ Maxx because apparently some other European business is called TJ Maxx. So they call it TK Maxx. Yeah.
Oh,
weird. But we don't get no Disney stuff.
Gosh.
We got cute things, just nothing Disney.
I got those over the summer for like $30. Yeah, that's about how much I spent. I know it was between $25 and $30. As soon as I grabbed them, I scooped them up. And apparently a lot of people had the same idea. So they were picking through them. You got Home Goods. Yes. Yes. Home Goods too.
You'll never get me out of that store.
Especially if you go to the mega Marshalls with the Home Goods attached to it.
Or the At Home. That's another one. You get me in there, I'm not getting out of either. Jeez.
There is a Marshalls that I like to go to that's in Dr. Phillips. I have to start doing vlogs for Christmas because they got an At Home that's attached to it too.
Oh gosh. Oh.
There.
And you feel my wallet shrinking.
Yeah. I'm like, not going. Yes, we are. Yes, we're gonna go.
So there's the jersey that's adorable.
Oh my gosh.
I love ivory. Ivory goes really well with my skin tone.
That's so pretty. Florida's too freaking hot to wear it, but man,
I know.
Definitely want to get it somewhere.
Ooh, is that a one? Oh, it's so cute with the snowflakes.
Oh my gosh. It's $90. Dang it. Okay. I'm gonna have to get a mason jar and put it on the counter and start putting extra change.
I wanted the Haunted Mansion one they had this year, but I got there too late and they sold out. So
is that the one that looks like the
maid outfit, and it goes with my costume perfectly. Yeah, I know. I waited too long. So I didn't. If I wanted, would I have to go to eBay and spend triple? But
let's talk, because I've seen it at World of Disney at Disney Springs.
Oh, you have? Because they don't have them online. Even DisneyStore.de, they don't have them at all. It's like they just don't sell them. It's annoying.
Yeah, we got them there, so we'll talk, because
Okay.
they got plenty. Oh, they got plenty. Oh my gosh, it's got the peppermint on the inside too. Yeah, I'm gonna wind up getting that first.
Does it smell like peppermint? That'd be such a bonus. Could you imagine just smelling your person?
Wait, they got a Life Day. All right.
What's that? What's Life Day?
Well, if you've ever seen or had the unfortunate experience of watching the Star Wars Christmas special, it only aired.
Oh no, never mind. Forget it. That explains why I don't get the reference.
I didn't think they did that.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so you can get family Christmas.
Nah.
Family Christmas shirt.
Oh, that would be so. Christian would probably like that tie.
Does that have Bluey? Does that have...
Oh, you serious?
Okay, that's cute. That's so cute. I may have to get that for my nephew. That is so cute. Actually, I might have to get it for my niece, because she freaking... Oh, it's just a toddler size. Okay, never mind.
Oh.
Never mind. I thought it was like kid size.
I like his pajamas, the plaid pajamas.
Mm-hmm. Where? Oh, wait a minute. Did I miss the pajamas? Let's go back up here.
I think they were up a little bit.
Up a little bit. Let's see.
One more, maybe?
Here we go. Wait a minute.
Oh, those little dresses are so pretty. That one right there, yes. Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Man.
Oh, that is so pretty. It doesn't even look like it just looks like a really pretty Christmas dress. I didn't even notice it was Belle until I looked at it real close. That's so cute.
Camera
Girl
that one. And I think I spent well, it was on sale because I bought it after Halloween. That's usually when all the costumes would go on sale. Yeah. So she has a picture with Santa Claus at Mickey's Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party with Santa Claus, and she has on like the red bell dress. Oh my gosh, it's yeah. This one, yeah, CJ, that's the thing, because if I remember what Camera Girl's dress looked like, it had like a velvet overlay, and it had like layers of tulle that were in it, and
that's
it was
true.
so pretty.
I can't tell if it's. I mean, I like the print, but I don't know what the material. I don't think. Well, is it velvet?
I don't know.
I can't. No, I don't. I can't tell.
Yeah,
and the one picture looks like it is, and then the other photos down here, it doesn't look like.
When I go back to the parks, I'll have to check, because I'm pretty sure they sell them in the parks. Or actually, maybe I just need to drop by the Disney store. That's on International Drive. I keep forgetting about that. It's their Christmas special is still You are so right. You are so right, going Shogi. So right. And yeah, it looks like the material. I've seen actual dresses with that size are usually thick. Yeah, again with Camera Girls, which I think we wound up donating them, but hers had several layers underneath it. It was called the deluxe edition. I think
I remember those, the deluxe, yeah. And they were the higher quality made princess. They don't make those anymore, where you had the option of the top tier quality, and then like your regular costume, like they don't do that anymore.
No.
Now it's just one standard quality, and it's like,
I'm looking, I'm just like, but that's why I would wait until after Halloween. Then they would go on sale, like 50% off or so, and then I'd pick it up because I was just like, Dad, you want how much? You want how much? But yeah, it was, even at the higher price point, it was worth it because of how beautiful and detailed the dress looked. It was just absolutely extra. Okay. Dang it.
I just love that Victorian style. It reminds me of that Mickey mini Victorian Christmas collection. It looks like it would come out of that collection.
Yeah, there's so much in here, but oh my gosh, I'm telling you that Loungefly, oh yes, it shall indeed be mine. So the last Disney topic that we're going to talk about, and MJ says they have them at Sir Mickey's. Yes, after Halloween, those dresses go on sale, even the adult ones. Yeah. Yeah, last time I walked through there and I saw the dresses, I wasn't too impressed with the quality of them. So I like to tell people, if you're looking for princess dresses, like princess costume dresses, go to Spirit of Halloween, go to Walmart, go to Target. You can pick them up for way cheaper. Okay, so here is some news. Josh D'Amaro is currently CEO, I forget his title, but he is over parks, experiences, and products. It used to be just Disney parks, but they looped in experiences and products. So that's who Josh D'Amaro is. So apparently, reportedly, Josh D'Amaro leading replacement race for Disney's CEO. So for those folks who do not know, Bob Iger supposedly was going to retire, and then he left briefly, but he was still chairman of the board. But they brought him back and they kicked out Bob Chapek, summarily fired him, and brought back Iger. So supposedly he's retired 2026, I think. So the news on the street, and this comes from wdwinfo.com, that it's going to be Josh D'Amaro. So it's no secret the Walt Disney Company is heading toward a major leadership change in 2026. According to a new report from Bloomberg, the race to succeed CEO Bob Iger is narrowing fast. The next CEO may already be within the company, and all eyes are now on Josh D'Amaro, the current chairman of Disney Experiences, as the leading candidate to take the reins. So, man, these pictures are creepy. Anyway, there's Bob Iger on the left. And there's Josh D'Amaro on the right. I call him Mr. Skinny Jeans because I swear every time he's out, he's got skinny jeans on. So after returning to the CEO role in 2022, Bob Iger has maintained that his time back at the helm is temporary. His current contract runs through 2026, and by that time, a new leader will need to be in place. The question remains, who will it be? So according to the recent Bloomberg report, the field has narrowed to 4 serious internal contenders. And yeah, I believe it's going to be internal, because if they pick somebody from outside the company, they're literally going to burn it to the ground and then resurrect it. Like, they would actually have the motivation to say, nope, that's got to go, that's got to go, that's got to go. But I don't see Disney picking anybody from outside. Unfortunately, I don't see that's coming. So we've got, of course, Josh D'Amaro, chairman of Disney Experiences. So experiences includes parks, experiences, and products. Dana Walden, co-chair of Disney Entertainment. For those of you who do not remember, Dana Walden is good friends, I think, with Michelle Obama, I believe. So that's all you need to know right there. Alan Bergman, co-chair of Disney Entertainment. He's actually over the studios. Dana Walden is over television. Alan Bergman's over studios. And Jimmy Pitaro, who I hadn't heard of, is chairman of ESPN. But according to them, DeMauro is reportedly rising to the top thanks to his growing influence and popularity within the company. Now, Erica, what do you think? You think Josh DeMauro?
Nothing's going to change. They'll still be making the same dumb decisions that don't make any money.
Oh, thank you, Phil, for reminding me. Yes, Kamala Harris. Okay. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. Josh DeMauro is what happens when the puppet doesn't have Jimmy Cricket.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see a whole lot changing. I don't have much faith in the current leadership. So, like, if all you're doing is just switching the dust around, then I don't really see a whole lot of change. Then again, he could surprise us. Maybe he's one of those, fake it till you make it kind of guys, and he's going to get in that C-suite and maybe actually surprise us. But I won't believe it until I see it.
Well,
that's wishful thinking too.
Yeah, because what I will say outside looking in, chairman of ESPN, no, I don't think Jimmy Pitaro is really going to do it. Alan Bergman, he's more studios. Dana Walden is more like over television, and we all know how much of a dumpster fire Disney Plus has been. The only thing propping up Disney Plus right now, I would say, is like the Moana movie, the original movie, and Bluey. Those are basically it. Josh DeMauro, I'm more inclined to believe he's actually got more practical experience within the company than Bob Iger does, because Bob Iger was the weatherman, pretty much. Like to smooth, the wheels, and not really at all experience with like the parks. Because here's the important thing about the parks that people forget. The parks are what fund the movies and the television and all of that stuff. So without that money pipeline, the rest of Disney does not work.
It's so crazy how that's flipped, because, when Walt was alive, it was the other way around. It was the entertainment side that brought in the parks, and now that's just like flipped around. So I have a hard time wrapping my head around that. I'd like to kind of see them shave off some of their entertainment stuff that's just simply not Disney and go back to their roots and just be Disney. That would be nice. But it could be financial suicide too, because I don't know what the consequences of that would be. But I would just like to see them shave off all the stuff that's not Disney. They're not doing anything with the stuff. They're not making any money with it. And then they can just go back to being Disney and just making original Disney stuff, which is what Walt wanted anyways. I don't think Walt would have been okay with all of this buying third-party IPs. And no, what would be the point in that? That doesn't make you stand out as an OG and being original. I'd like to see the company kind of go back to its roots like that.
Yeah, because I know in the beginning, before you had Walt Disney World, when Walt proposed this to Roy Disney, Roy was like, "How are you going to pay for it?" Walt's like, "I don't know. That's your job. That's your job. Make it,
movies and television.
Make it happen." So basically, that's what they did. They went through with like television, which is why they follow the money. Why they bought the Philadelphia News WPBI station, the one in New York, Boston, Those were the main three. And you got constant advertisement about Disney World. Like it was ingrained that you have to go to Disney World every summer. And it became like a rite of passage. But Walt said, you have got to get the people. He's like, yeah, we just got to get the people from the Northeast to come on down. You know, I-95 was close to being, I think, finished or whatever. That's why if you ever drive on I-95, there's a reason you see a whole lot of advertisements for Disney World. That whole corridor is facilitated to take people down to Disney. But Erica, you're right. It was the other way around. It's like the television shows, the movies, all of that were enough to fund the parks. And then I think what happened is that the Florida park got so big and started generating so much money that it's like, we could just get the money from there. We got a constant, money supply. Let's go and do that way. And then it's flipped the other way, to now that the parks are what brings in the majority of the revenue in order to fund the movies. So my money is basically Josh Tomorrow is going to wind up getting it. I don't think Dana Walden really is going to get it. But yeah, we shall see. Do I think anything is really going to change? That remains to be seen. I don't know. Josh Tomorrow is pretty much Iger's dude. He's Iger's boy. If you've ever seen him, okay, he and Josh Tomorrow went to Epic Universe. Remember those pictures?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They both went.
I often wonder though, like if Josh is just kind of like nodding and smiling, but the whole time thinking, "No way, I do this." You know what I mean? Again, wishful thinking.
Wouldn't that be interesting? It's like, I didn't say I wanted this, but
I mean, at least he's got parks. Most of his experiences with the park. And I think when you got that experience, you've got a better understanding of the essence of Walt and Walt Disney. As far as the entertainment side goes, I guess if you don't have a whole lot of experience in that, I guess you rely on those who do, that are under you, that are in charge of those areas, and you just kind of work together,
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. This is going to be something very, very interesting to watch. So we will keep you all posted. So first of all, there are 258 of you watching between YouTube and X. If you're watching over on X, please do heart this stream, retweet this stream, and consider subscribing to me over here on YouTube. You guys on YouTube, you know the deal. Your price of admission is hitting that like button. Cheaper price of admission than you would ever get at Disney Park. So please do that for me. So let's go over here to our last topic of the show. Something that's it's controversial on several levels. Straightforward, but a little complicated. So in case people do not remember, if you haven't heard, unfortunately, a young man lost his life riding Stardust Racers. He was found unresponsive. They took him to ORMC, Orlando Regional Medical Center, which is the trauma center. And unfortunately, he passed away. So because of that, Stardust Racers, they had to shut that down. They had to do a manslaughter investigation, basically finding out what is exactly, if anything, that went wrong. So before we get into that, coming from Disney Tourist Blog, Tom Bricker, Stardust Racers reopening at Epic Universe, and that's supposed to reopen this afternoon, I believe. So if you're out there at Epic Universe, give me a shout out, make a comment, let me know what happened today. After an over 2-week closure, Stardust Racers is slated to reopen at Epic Universe this weekend. The ride's return comes amidst ongoing litigation following the death of a guest, but after Universal Orlando's internal investigation revealed the roller coaster functioned as designed during that fatality. Here's the latest on the Stardust Racer saga. So the guest who passed away was 32-year-old Kevin Rodriguez Zavala. On the evening of Wednesday, September 17, 2025, Zavala became unresponsive after riding Stardust Racers. He was quickly transported to a local hospital where he was quickly pronounced dead. Only a doctor can pronounce you dead, so looks like he died on the way. Chief Medical Examiner Joshua Stephanie, MD, along with Orange and Osceola County, stated that an autopsy was performed Thursday morning, and the cause of Zavala's death was multiple blunt impact injuries. The cause of death was determined to be accidental. So Stardust Racers has been closed every single day since the death on September 17th. It's once again listed as closed today in the Universal Orlando app for Friday, October 3rd. But the latest development is that Universal Orlando has announced Stardust Racers will reopen on the 4th. The attraction is slated to have a delayed opening with a scheduled start Saturday afternoon. So if they haven't started running the coaster again, right now it's like 1:54 p.m., then it should happen, which should happen soon. So Karen Irwin, Universal Orlando Resort President and COO, said in a following email, of course, as one Universal Orlando family, we continue to extend our deepest sympathies and condolences to Mr. Rodriguez Zavala's family and their loved ones for their loss. I'm very grateful for the professionalism, compassion, and care our team has shown since this tragic event took place. As I previously indicated, our comprehensive technical and operational review confirmed the ride systems function properly throughout the boarding process, the duration of the ride, and upon the ride's vehicles return to the station, and our team members follow procedures throughout. So they had the review with local officials. State of Florida observed the testing, reviewed the results. In addition, the ride system manufacturer of record, which will be Mack Rides, and an independent third-party roller coaster engineering expert conducted their own on-site testing and validated our findings. I'm thankful for their participation throughout this important process. Now, this right here is what really makes the difference, because not only did Universal do tests, not in the state of Florida, of course, officials observing the test. You had, of course, someone from Mack Rides observing the test. And then you had an independent third-party roller coaster engineering expert conducting their own testing. So when all of those line up and they validated what was going on, yeah, it's much more credible than, we just did our own testing and that's it. So they not only did their own testing, but they had a bunch of independent people testing as well. And if you're doing a proper, say, root cause analysis, that's what you need to do. You need to have somebody who's not even affiliated with you do their own testing and make sure stuff lines up. So safety, as always, is our top priority. To further assist guests in determining whether they can or cannot ride on the attraction, we are updating operational procedures and attraction signing to reinforce the existing ride warnings and physical eligibility requirements on Stardust Racers and other rides. Why people can't read, I don't understand, but apparently what's going to happen, don't be shocked at the speed. I'm glad that they're going back to reopening that attraction, because what some people are not aware of is that Mr. Zavala had a spinal condition. That's the other thing.
Oh.
he had a spinal condition. He'd already rode the attraction once, and and enjoyed it. Unfortunately, the second one did him in. So when you have all of those G forces compressing your spine, and you already have spinal issues that he was taking medication for and all of that, that just compresses everything. And you're riding at your own risk, when especially weak neck, weak back, all of all of that. So you already had a condition that you needed to think twice about whether you should ride or not. But something that they're doing here, which is something I have to give Disney props for. I know y'all are shocked. At Disney, I've seen so many attractions that say, especially for wheelchairs, that occupant must be able to independently transfer. What that means is you need to physically be able to get out of the chair and board the attraction. Why? Because that proves that you actually have skeletal integrity and mobility to do that. It's different that, you're in a chair, like, for example, I twisted my ankle trying to get out of It's a Small World one year. And I couldn't walk around the park. It was awful. My sister had to take me the first day. They did like a whole, accident report, all of that. And they basically put me in a wheelchair. And I was in a wheelchair for the entire park. And my sister made fun of me, but I'm like, yeah, but we wound up getting to the front of the line when we got into attraction.
Back in the day when you could do that.
When you can do that, wheelchair, go ahead and in. But I had to get up out of the chair and enter the ride vehicle. I had to physically be able to do that in order to ride. And you see that, I think I've always seen that at Disney for the most part. That if you're in a wheelchair, you have to transfer, yourself. You have to be able to do that. So here's from Thrill Geek. It says guests using mobility devices, including wheelchairs, are now required to walk independently in order to experience the Stardust Racers attraction in Epic Universe. This marks a change from previous guidelines from the resort, which permitted guests to take a small step into the ride vehicle either on their own or with assistance from a companion. This is where I'm going to ding Universal for this, especially a ride like this. It's not like it's a boat ride.
Yeah.
It's not like it's something, just like a boat ride. It's not like it's a carousel ride or anything, like that, where it's, very smooth for the most part, the motion and everything. It's not like it's like a theater attraction that you have space, for wheelchairs and stuff to be parked in. This is a ride that puts pressure on your spine because of how the vehicle is made, how the ride vehicle is made, how fast the attraction goes. And it doesn't go at a constant speed. This is another thing that people don't understand. These coasters, they go from slow to fast. They've got that hang time when they go upside down and loop and stuff like that. It's got a launch like here. This is on the outside where they're going around, but this inner ring here where they go through, that's the first launch, and it is not slow by any means. You see the back of the ride vehicle that has a flux capacitor going on. It's a crazy, crazy burst that they have to do there. So yeah, I don't know why Universal didn't do this. To me, that does seem like a failure on their part to do that. Dragon Racers Rally and Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment at Universal Epic Universe, are also affected by this change.
Yeah.
Now, Dragon Racers Rally, that's the one with the arm with all the seats and it's like flying around.
Okay. So
That's
you can control
yeah.
the thing. Okay, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's not Fire Drill. Fire Drill, you're kind of like in a stationary little boat kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not Hiccup's Wing Gliders, which is the other coaster that's there. So it's not those two. So there's Dragon Racers Rally, Monsters Unchained. It's like a Kuka arm when you get in. It goes over the front of you and locks in, and the vehicle will put you on your back. It's like an independent arm that goes around, so you get pushed back around, push back around. There's a lot of movement that's going on, and it will put pressure on your spine. Not as much as a coaster, but that pressure is there. You know, which happens. So that's what they're doing. So Erica, what do you think about this? Do you think this is good that they're making this?
I told you they're pushing the envelope and they're playing God with the way they're engineering these coasters, and you have to communicate because people will they're so desperate to want to be able to ride an attraction like this because it looks so attractive. They will literally, oh, I'm feeling okay today. And, it's not, I'll be all right. And in reality, you don't really know what's going on internally with yourself. Your body can surprise you, not in a good way, which is why I don't even have the severity spinal issues that this man had. And I won't go on this coaster because of my own spinal issues.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust my body to do well. And I frankly don't want to get injured, And then it's also how you're being flipped around with all the curves and twists and turns. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter the speed. You can go 50 to 55 miles an hour on a coaster, but if you got those sharp turns, they call them head choppers for a reason. It'll still jerk you, So, and speed wise, this is a tame coaster, but it's not the speed that makes it so crazy. It's the constant up, down, where all the twists and turns that this coaster has. Now you come out here to Terran, which is an Intamin coaster. That thing goes 74 miles an hour, and it's not nearly as big as this coaster, and it doesn't go upside down, but it is a multi-launch coaster. So back to that guy Tom who wrote that article, I'm astonished at, Montu caps out at about 64, 65 miles an hour, and that's an inverted coaster. I can handle Montu.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just because of the way the trains and the seats are. But You're not getting me on this.
I'm glad you brought up Intamin, because Intamin built the Velocicoaster, which is my favorite freaking coaster. I love the Velocicoaster. That sucker goes 75 miles an hour, 74 to 75 miles an hour. Dual launch. It's got a hi-hat that will make you rethink your life choices, which is how I know it's a good coaster. And there's one moment where you are inverted and it feels like you're about to fall out of your seat, but it's kind of like to mimic the fact that the megalodon might come out of the water and come after you. But that, as far as coasters go, that's extremely smooth in most parts, rough around the corners, but again, the coaster goes 74 miles per hour. And there are very, very blatant warnings about getting on this particular coaster. No coaster is going to be 100% smooth. And like you said, Erica, anytime that there's a change in direction,
your body's going to shift. It's going to go like this. gonna go.
Your
It's gonna go
body is
like
gonna
that.
shift.
It's gonna go
It's
like
gonna,
this.
yeah, it's gonna get affected. It's
Mhm.
like what I said about the ride King Dakar when Six Flags Great Adventure was testing it, because I'll never forget. My sister texted me. She's like, they're kind of delaying the opening because the crash test dummies, their like necks keep snapping. It's trash, and I'm like, damn.
That's bad. Now,
Like,
and now here's another critical part of me, you know, with these coaster companies. And, you know, one thing with like Montu and even like Kumba, and I know those are B&Ms, but because you're harnessed from the shoulders, I can clamp down and I can, in some way, help put my body back into the seat. You know, with these new trains and seats, you're only secured from the waist down. So your body is loose from the waist up.
mm-hmm.
So you're going to experience that thrusting, you know, that free fall experience more so than on a coaster that we were secured from the shoulders, which is why they started designing these newer seats where you're strapped from the waist down, because guests were complaining, oh, but it feels claustrophobic and it's uncomfortable. Okay, well, you know, you want to be a little bit uncomfortable, but your body's a little bit safer in the seat, or do you want to be, or this is where the shoe kind of pinches for me. Another reason why I won't ride coasters like this, because I don't like the idea from the waist up of my body flandering around. You know, I feel better being harnessed in from the shoulders all the way down to my thighs, where I feel like I'm in the seat. But that's just me. And maybe it's, you know, I'm not an engineer. Maybe there is no difference, you know, with the body experiences at all. Maybe it's just all in my head.
I would say no, because I'm glad you brought that up, because one of the things that I did start to notice is that most coasters, you'd have the thing to pull down, you know, over you and to secure you more that way, because most of your vital organs are from the waist up. So at least there was that stability. And one of the things that kind of made me say, was when I got on the Velocicoaster. And that one secured you from the waist down. And I'm like, okay, this is a new one, because I hadn't been in an attraction coaster like that. And it was a bit different, you know, with what was going on in, you know, in the ride and the attraction. But there is different, I'll say there's different pressures and different ways that the forces are transferred to your body. That is definitely a thing. So there are differences, although I will say that with you being secured from the bottom down, there's different sensations in your upper body that contribute to the thrill experience for doing it that way. So, but yeah, they're doing that. They're doing that for a reason. So I have not had a chance to get on Stardust Racers. I was supposed to, but by that time I was so tired. Because I remember Tom was like, "Yeah, no, I no, I want to live. I'm not getting on there," because he has certain limitations too. But it's interesting. People who are very, very in tune with what their limitations are pay attention to that verbiage that's on there. So MJ says, I've been using a wheelchair now for 2 years because of a medical condition. When I visit Disney, they have no mercy. And if I cannot get up and physically get on a ride, I am out of luck.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's where Universal kind of missed the ball, like you pointed out, Lorena. And I'm actually wondering if they're going to start making announcements on a recording in the queue line, like on a loop, like every couple of minutes, have a narrator basically read out the guidelines. It may be annoying, but you know, they have to cover themselves legally. You know, they don't want to revisit this again with another guest. And this is what happens for every incident like this that happens. They have to go back to the training manual, go back to the safety procedures, and everything gets flipped upside down and everything gets rewritten.
I'm trying to remember, and maybe this is me, but and you guys for the coaster heads remind me, Big Thunder Mountain, didn't they used to have an announcement about that it was a fast moving runaway train, the wildest ride in America, and they went over, you have a week back, whatever. The reason I bring that up is because my dad got on that coaster. He never rode coasters like at all. And apparently he didn't read. And then he gets annoyed at the end of the ride where it's like, that was just rough and it's the wildest ride in America. And I said, oh, you didn't listen to the announcement? You didn't read all of that stuff that says if you have weak back, weak neck, such and such and so, whatever it is, it's not my fault. You didn't read.
Yeah.
That was my complete attitude. You did not read. That is not my fault. I'm sorry, not sorry.
It makes sense with his injuries now, because if he had a spinal problem and if he essentially injured the brain stem that connects to the spinal cord, that's it. And if it was already weakened due to whatever pre-existing condition he had, then yeah, it there's your answer with the blunt forces that they found in the autopsy. That checks out. It makes sense.
Yeah, because if you can't keep your head up, and it's like wandering all around and stuff like that, and hitting the side, yeah, it's like I can see that. Does anyone know if it opened up today in case bad weather? Yeah, it's like pouring down buckets, and it's actually been doing that for about the past 15 minutes or so. I know I'm about 10 miles away from Universal, so I don't know. I'm not sure, but yeah, because when it's raining like that, it's definitely not opening. MJ says, I agree with Erica 100%. I know my limits and I would never get on something to hinder my health. Yeah, absolutely. Not that it was a medical condition, but yeah, it was temporary medical condition. When I was pregnant, I could not go on coasters.
Yeah.
There was no way that I was going to put my baby in jeopardy just because I wanted to ride a coaster. That I was just like, there's no way that I'm going to do that. And there's a lot of stuff that I couldn't freaking ride. And I felt kind of salty about that, but I wasn't going to put my kid's life at risk, for that. So most rational people know that when they have a limitation, they're not going to risk their life, for it. And it's so sad. Buddy Hepburn says people also go on multiple times and don't realize there's repetitive stress when you are not recovered from the prior ride, yet causing exponentially more damage with each subsequent ride.
Exactly. And he wrote it, at least, was it 2 times or was it more than that?
I think about 2. He wrote it at least once. He wrote it at least once. So, it's by the grace of God that nothing happened to him the first time around. But I think he just decided, you know what, I want to ride Stardust Racers. And
I'm a one and done person. I go to theme parks. I don't typically ride one attraction more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Because you usually have just enough time to do just what's there. If you're looking at, if you're doing shows and parades and eating and snacking and strolling and looking at all the merch, you pretty much only have time to do each ride at least once.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're only there for the rides, maybe you got time to do a few rides several times over, but I've never been able to do that.
They designed a what? I gotta look that up.
What? Are you serious? I didn't hear about this.
Oh Lord, I can't. I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't doubt it because of, well, I don't know. Maybe Hegseth pulled the plug on that, which I hope he did, because that's what.
Oh, did you hear? He had that basically public briefing with the generals. And out of the entire auditorium, only one resigned.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was funny. I was like, I'm like, okay, there you go.
That was the most hilarious thing that I'd seen since I heard Trump threw out Voldemort Zelensky and let the interns eat his lunch. I said, what? Really? So freaking funny. Oh my gosh. Anyway, MJ says it's a small world when I was pregnant or living with the land. Yeah, it's just like, I'm so jealous. Yeah. And that's what I did. Yeah, small world, living with the land, walking around the park. You know, that was
Pirates,
pretty much
Haunted
it.
Mansion.
Mm-hmm. That one, anything that was slow. And yes, you are absolutely right, Phil Metzger. Mm-hmm. Absolutely right. And especially as someone who already was a coaster fanatic, I know what that can do to you, the stress that it can put on your body for sure. So my whole thing is every attraction that I went up to, I looked for that. Whenever it said we advise pregnant women not to ride, that was off the list for me. You know, so that happens. So yeah, man, this is coming down. There's sheets of rain coming down out there. I think there's some tropical. Isn't there some tropical depression? I think.
I haven't been paying attention, but I thought I heard something.
I think so.
Here it's cold and rainy. It's like what 40 something degrees outside, and it's damp outside because it rained earlier.
Yeah, here it's like 82. Yeah, I see. This is why I can't. I'm just like, I know it's supposed to be fall. I've completely disassociated from living up north. Now I'm just like, I don't know what's fall until I walk into like Michael's, and then all the fall stuff is out.
This is winter here. I'm like, this isn't even fall weather. It's just straight up cold. Dang. Like what?
Woo.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think we're really getting a fall this year. We just went straight to winter.
Liam McNeil says, could you please send some of that rain my way? We kind of need it. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I hope it does. It's kind of weird. I mean, we usually have the thunderstorms in the afternoon. This is a time of year where they kind of start to calm down, but then we get the outskirts of, the tropical storms and hurricanes that form in the Atlantic. Yep, pouring like crazy. Let's see. So something like the riverboat would have been a good option, but they want more excitement. Yeah. The riverboat would have worked. That would have been cool. Pirates of the Caribbean, I almost went on, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, there's that darn drop. Yeah, not gonna list that. But that was me. It was me. Hey, the Major says drive by high. Have to go lay down. Well, thanks for popping in and saying hi. I appreciate it. And thanks to the 290 of you who are watching between YouTube and X. You guys are absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much for being here. Please make sure you hit that like. Heart the stream over in X. Consider coming on over and subscribing. So with regards to Stardust Racers, and here's the section of the show where I have the guts to call the baby ugly. And this is what I mean. In case people have not heard, notorious ambulance chaser attorney Ben Crump is representing the family. It's not a local yokel attorney, okay? If the name Ben Crump sounds familiar to you, he represented Trayvon Martin's family. He also oh my gosh, Trayvon Martin's family. He also represented George Floyd's family. Okay. George Floyd, it sounds real familiar, doesn't it? And a couple of others, like I think Breonna Taylor, basically what he is, and it's very true. He's an ambulance chaser. And Carmelo Anthony, he did. Okay. I just know that he attaches himself to usually if it's tragedy, guess what? He shows up. Also, I think the family of the person who died over at oh my gosh, Icon Park. That like
oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That one.
Yeah.
Now, that was a true safety failure because they should not have put him on that.
Yeah.
And they defeated the safety feature in order to put him on. So pretty much if it makes a headline, it kind of looks like it's stirring stuff up, then Ben Crump will bring himself on here. So this ambulance chaser, okay, decides to say that, you shouldn't open it. So here's, again, this is the nerve of this person. In a press conference on September 30th, Crump stated that Zavala's spinal cord atrophy should not be considered the sole cause of his death, calling the idea offensive and insulting. He also noted team members helped Kevin, who used a wheelchair, board the coaster and asked, if they, Universal, believe disabled people shouldn't be on the coaster, then why help him? Crump also mentioned there have been additional reports from other guests who rode Stardust racers citing injuries. The other people who were complaining, they were not disabled people, and yet they were having problems being injured on this ride. Well, one of them that did complain settled out of court real fast. I haven't heard anything more from them. So Crump, of course, also says in a new statement reported by local news WESH, Crump has since addressed the reopening plan for Stardust Racer, saying reopening the ride before our experts, I don't know what experts they're talking about, examine every component is unadulterated spoliation of evidence and a grave risk to public safety and puts profit over people's lives. Okay, so all the internal investigation with the ride's manufacturer, a third-party engineering firm, and they all come to the same conclusion that the ride was not at fault from killing this guy. And you still doing this?
The only thing Universal's guilty of is not being more strict with their safety their policy or whatever. That's it. Other than that, it doesn't erase the fact that the guy still had a pre-existing medical condition and a pretty significant one at that. So they might get something out of it, but the family don't expect, Universal to go under and then completely shut down the ride permanently. This isn't freaking Fun Spot down in the middle of Orlando, Sounds like this guy wants the extreme, to be done. It's like, okay, no, you're dealing with, a full-blown multi-billion-dollar, studio that has theme parks, you're not going to win the way you think you're going to win. It was there were fails on both sides. Universal needed to up their policy game and enforce it. And at the same time, the guest should have paid more attention to their own medical condition and what the policies were at that current time, which I'm not going to say there weren't any. There was enough there that even his family that was with him should have been like, yeah, no, you shouldn't be writing this.
Yeah. All of the restrictions are right there in front of the attraction, including a seat that you can try to make sure that you can fit in the attraction, be secured in the attraction. I mean, Camera Girl couldn't do it, So we kind of noped out of the coaster. But ultimately, the decision was his. Had been advised not to do it, according to all the signage, but did it anyway. So, oh gosh, this is so freaking funny. So Crump also noted that Stardust Racers is evidence in an active death investigation. Well, they already did their investigation. Universal reportedly told employees the ride functioned as intended. If that is accurate, then the design itself is deadly. BS. We are demanding that Universal pause the reopening, preserve all evidence, and allow our experts to inspect it. If they refuse, we will redress Universal's callous actions in court. So that's Ben Crump. So
the judge will determine if there's been enough third-party investigations and whatnot. So if he's trying to claim that they're being biased in their investigation, they've already done all they can do, even going to a third party.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not. I don't think he's going to get very far on that angle right there.
No, but they're trying everything. But here's getting to the point where I'm going to call baby ugly. Zavala's parents also issued a statement saying, by rushing to reopen this ride as if nothing happened, Universal is showing a great disregard for Kevin's life, our family's pain, and the safety of every rider who steps on that coaster. We are horrified that Universal would put this ride back into operation so quickly. Well, you know what horrifies me? As someone who's lost a family member because of negligence and nothing that, my mother did that caused that. These are the same people who hired this ambulance chaser attorney before their son even had his funeral. I'm sorry. If I've lost a family member, the last thing I'm thinking about is suing until we have the funeral for said family member. So to me, that's pretty freaking reprehensible. And if the family use that GoFundMe money to retain attorney Jen Crump, that's freaking disgusting. I just no. No, you're entitled to sue. No one's saying that you don't have, entitlement to sue. Anybody can sue anyone for any time or whatsoever. But the fact that that's the first thing on your mind, instead of laying your loved one to rest, I got issues with that.
Well, and look, I hate to be rude and callous and but what do you expect? They are a business at the end of the day. They don't have any emotional attachment to their guests. I'm sorry, but it's not personal, it's business. It sucks that, but it is what it is. You can't expect a theme park to have that same emotional attachment you have to your loved one. Of course it's not going to be there. Use a little bit of common sense. And yeah, they're in it for their revenue. Like, no shit, Sherlock. I'm sorry, but there's only so much that they can do to keep the ride shut down when they're trying to make money off of it. And the thing is, they reopened it after they've exhausted all they can on their end for investigation. And I'm sorry, but the autopsy kind of speaks for itself. So between their investigation of the attraction itself and the autopsy, it's kind of a no-brainer. All roads lead to the family being negligent in allowing him to go on that ride and allowing him to make that decision.
Yeah, MJ says, I agree. Pay for the funeral and then do the rest later. And the reason why I was interested in that, because as soon as word got out that they hired the attorney, I'm like, wait a minute. I haven't heard anything about his funeral. And this particular article in Florida Today, as I checked it out, it says this article has been updated to update the time of the funeral. So this was printed on September 24th. This was published. And then you go down here. The funeral was Friday, September 26th. Now, again, you had this funeral after you retained this attorney. And I don't know if it's that Ben Crump decided to, hey, I can help you out. We can sue Universal and get a lot of money. Here's the thing about Attorney Crump. It's not about you. And it's not about your loved ones. It's about how much publicity that he can get. And it is sad that y'all got pulled into this. And it's interesting. I know exactly where this funeral home is, actually, here in Kissimmee. But it's really disgusting, you know. And here's Crump down here as well. Oh, okay, here it is. Crump mentioned that he was part of the case into Tyree Sampson, the 14-year-old who fell to his death on the drop tower ride at Icon Park. Okay. He stressed that just like the prior case, he would push theme parks to prioritize safety for all guests. Now, at Icon Park, that was their fault. They defeated all the safety mechanisms to put this kid on the ride, and he should not have been there. So that was totally Icon Park fault for that. But he says, all we're asking for is that these multi-billion-dollar entities, okay, notice the wording here, have safety as their paramount objective above all else, and that no one is going to die on your ride, Crump said. Well, number one, you can't control when it has something to do with someone's pre-existing condition. And just people in general, you can't guarantee that somebody is not going to pass away on your ride. Just like you can't guarantee that someone isn't going to die after working out in your gym. It's going, you have no control over that. But the fact that you have to talk about billion-dollar entities is neither here nor there.
So stupid. He makes us.
Oh, go ahead.
He makes it sound like there's a way you can, create attractions and have policies in place to where this should never, ever, ever happen. No, I'm sorry. It's called the human condition, and life is very, very fragile. It actually doesn't take much for a human being to die if you're really in tune to the fragility of life. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't take much to stress the body out, and it completely fail on you. So this is why theme parks and manufacturers put out all the warning labels that they do. They aren't God. I will argue they tend to kind of push the envelope, but at the end of the day, they're fully aware there are risks. They warn you about the risks, and it's your choice at the end of the day what you're willing to risk.
Exactly. 100%. Maybe some folks do not pay attention when you buy a ticket. There's basically a contract.
Yep.
That when you end by buying this ticket, you understand the risks. You understand. I don't know if there's an arbitration agreement in that or not. There probably is. But people need to understand there is a legal contract as a result of you buying a ticket into these parks. So, especially if you have a pre-existing condition. What was the line where they will and can turn a guest away? Yeah, I hadn't seen that. I hadn't seen that at Disney. I haven't seen that printed, but I do know some people cannot ride the attraction. If you can't, like I know, like for example, Rock and Roller Coaster. Okay. If that overhead thing cannot click in place safely enough, so there's not, a whole lot of movement, because they come by and they check each individual one. And if it cannot fit securely, they will tell you to please evacuate the vehicle.
Yeah.
So it's so sad that this happened to this young man, but the fact of the matter is he had a type of condition that he should not have been riding this, this coaster in the first place.
I just don't understand the lack of common sense. You have not just a moderate, mild or moderate spinal. Clearly, he had a severe spinal issue.
Severe.
To the point where he needed physical assistance to get into the ride vehicle. I'm sorry. In what world does that make sense?
It makes absolutely.
There again, my spinal issues aren't to the level of whatever issue he had, and I won't even go on a ride like that. I don't want to go pushing my discs out on purpose now, trying to keep them intact as long as I can before that happens. I don't need to go pushing it along any faster.
I just, I don't get it. But there's so many people. And I say this repeatedly, common sense these days is like a superpower. You would think that, hey, I have this particular injury, or, hey, I have high blood pressure, so maybe I shouldn't ride this attraction that they're telling me not to ride. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah, if it doesn't click down, you can't ride. This happened to me on Gringotts. Yeah, they're very serious when they check that stuff, and they go down there. Personal accountability has gone the way of the dodo. Yeah, exactly. That's probably what Crump is going to say. It's a violation of his human rights. I mean, if you ask me, and I actually want to show this. So apparently, here's the verbiage that they put into information for guests using mobility devices. This is something that I've always seen on the Disney attraction. Well, let's put it this way. Specific Disney attractions will have this. Like basically, if you have a mobility device for this particular attraction, you need to transfer to the ride vehicle. So it says this attraction has a device to assist you with your transfer to the ride vehicle. Guests using mobility devices must be able to walk independently. So that's in Universal's own verbiage. If you ask me, I think this lawsuit is going to be settled out of court for way less than this family thinks that they are getting. Universal, pretty much everything is on their side, and they really don't have to really give you anything for this. So they probably, again, they'll probably settle. Well, yeah, because if they settle out of court, then the family has to shut up. That's how that works.
Oh, there's like an NDA in that too, huh?
Or basically, it's like, okay, this is how much we're going to pay. Universal admits no wrongdoing. You say that you're basically satisfied with the outcome. Should you ever disclose the details of the settlement, we will sue you. And that's kind of how it is. Like with my mom's malpractice case, we got a settlement, and that's all I can say. Because of the legal stuff that I signed because of that. But that's usually what's done. So they'll get a couple $100 grand. Yeah, they probably.
I was thinking they won't even get $1 million. It'll be a few $100 grand. It'll be enough to pay for the funeral costs and then have some left over.
Yeah.
Pay some bills off. or whatever debt he had, if he had a like previous
Mhm.
medical debt, you know, that will
Yeah.
be paid off. But it's not going to be, because both sides were in the wrong when you think about it. And Universal's already stepped it up and have already revamped their policies and everything. So
Mhm.
they didn't waste any time. They recognize, okay, moving forward, maybe this should be our policy over here. No, we had lesson learned, you know?
Yeah.
And I
Exactly.
hate to say it, but it happens. Name me a major theme park that has not had a death on their hands.
Disney,
Busch Gardens has,
Busch Gardens,
Europa Park has,
Six
SeaWorld,
Flags, Great Adventure.
they've all had their unfortunate incidences, which is why you need to be more self-aware. Maybe respect your own life and make better decisions.
I remember Six Flags Great Adventure, and this is what I remember because this was like years ago. Six Flags Great Adventure used to have this haunted castle attraction, and they had a fire. No one could get out because the doors were locked, and a whole bunch of people died. Six Flags was
Jeez.
at fault for that because there wasn't an emergency exit that was unlocked for the people to get out of. So there's that. You had the kid who unfortunately passed away on Mission Space back when they had the Orange Mission, but that kid actually had an underlying heart condition.
Heart
They
condition.
found
Yep, I
out.
remember
Yeah.
that.
hmm So it happens. You cannot assume that anything is 100%, 100% safe. You know, I mean, case in point, you know, what if a stupid bird winds up hitting the ride vehicle? Not saying that it would happen, but it's something that could happen. And let's just say, oh my gosh, go watch if you are so inclined. I know some people don't know the slasher movies, but Final Destination was Final Destination 5 or was it 6? I
I
forget
can't
which
believe I keep
one.
going with that.
I
I
just
saw
know
the
it was on
first
a
one and that
coaster.
was it. I'm like,
I
it's just
just
a movie about people cheating death. Like, what?
I just know that one was
I'm
on
like,
a
what?
coaster and all this stuff started freaking going wrong with it. You know what? Yeah, I think it was Final Destiny. The one before Bloodlines. I think I remember that one is what happened. But yeah, they did. You're not
You
100%
should have a
guaranteed
Grim
safety.
Reaper on those movies. At least put a face to the death thing.
Mm-hmm.
Give it
Exactly.
a face and a character and a costume. Give it a whole, you know, a costume and a
Oh yeah, going shogi. I think the going
Mhm.
rate is usually 30%, but Ben Crump, yeah, some people don't understand how much attorneys get from
Don't they have to claim
from
that on income tax later? And they have to pay taxes on that money?
hmm Yep, depending on how they set it up. So yeah, they absolutely do. So, folks, that's how the status is right now. I know there's a lot of rain that's going on right now, so Stardust restaurants may not open until later today, but we'll keep an eye on the news and let you know. So, something that someone had asked for, and I'm forgetting who was it. Was it Randy? Which is somebody else. Oh, actually, Phil Metzger. Okay, yeah. So we've seen this before. We've shown this before.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, Morgan and Morgan, which is the biggest slip and fall lawyer firm. They
My
said in
mom
the
used them.
country. Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did. She got some kid was checking his phone or changing the song on the radio in his car, and he rear-ended her to the point where her car literally went spinning, and it totaled the car, and she's got a slip disc in her neck because of that accident.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they it worked in her favor. They, I don't know what the outcome was, but it wasn't it It worked in her favor, and she swears by them. She's like, they did great. she thinks they're.
Usually, if you have somebody suing Disney for $50,000 or less, 9 times out of 10, it's Morgan and Morgan.
Yeah.
But they came out with this ad. They have preemptively sued Disney to be able to use it. So I'm gonna play it. Fair use, YouTube.
This Morgan video was not approved, authorized, or endorsed by Disney.
I'm gonna call.
This Morgan video was not approved, authorized, or endorsed by Disney.
Mickey's so bad.
That's really good.
I love it. I love that so darn much. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's Morgan and Morgan. I kind of clipped that sucker for a super chat. It's freaking genius. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that is a good clip for a super chat. That took me a minute.
I'm so behind with the super chat clips, but yeah, that one, I saw that one. I'm just like, yes, we have to. We still have to do that. Tina BB, hello, my dear. Says hello, everyone. I'm so late today. Sorry, I haven't been in the live streams for a while. Life, yeah, girl, I understand. Life can be something else. Rears its head. Always good to hear about this catastrophe. Good seeing you, my dear. And Rambam 3000 says, and so we get the lore on how Mickey and Minnie really met.
That's funny.
Oh, God. Whew. Just Nita. Hey, Nita. How you doing, my dear? Says Ben Crump is worse than every other Morgan and Morgan ambulance chaser ever. I don't know why he has not been disbarred. Yeah. I mean, at least Morgan and Morgan, they're pretty much legit. And by legit, I'm saying like how they're advertising and everything. And the billboards are all over town. You cannot miss a Morgan and
Aren't
Morgan.
they based out of Tampa?
I think so.
Yeah, they're based out of Tampa, and they just grew like crazy over the years.
Up and down the East Coast, it is just it's crazy. It's like it's Morgan and Morgan is ubiquitous as Publix. That's why we joke about it, on the Welcome Florida show.
Oh gosh, yeah.
We just do. Yeah, I don't know why he hasn't been disbarred either, Nita. It's
well,
he's a true
like you say, you can sue anyone, and I guess as long as he's, practicing the right way.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Avers Carmageddon says aloha, Lorena and Erica. And Just Nita says, I have spinal injuries. No way in hell would I want 5Gs coming at me.
See,
True.
right there, common sense. I don't know what was in him or the family he was with. Now, if that were my family, I don't care how old you are, I would have told you, I am not pushing you to your death.
No.
You want to get on that? You have to reel your way in by yourself. I will have nothing to do with that decision. I'm not, no.
There's just no freaking way I would ever do that. And I've met Nita. She is a scooter, sweet lady. Yeah, there's no freaking way that I would do that. No absolute way.
You can die from cardiac arrest just from being terrified. Like that's the thing. It's rare, but it can happen. Like you even have to be in tune to like, how much anxiety your body can handle.
Mm-hmm.
That could kill you. I mean, geez.
Something else. Yeah. That's a cottage industry. If you watch TV in Florida Every other commercial is personal injury attorneys. If you or a loved one been injured in an accident, call such and such and so and so, whatever.
Because no one can drive in Florida.
No.
If you want to be a lawyer in Florida, that's where the money is. Car accidents, the gold mine.
People can't drive a friggin' squat. And it's not the tourists. That's a scary thing. It's not the tourists. Yeah, exactly. 5G is coming at you as nuts, especially with spinal, brain, neck, and heart and lungs and illnesses. Not worth your wife. Just watch POV videos. Yeah, and I don't think people understand how that's the other thing. It's the disorientation that comes when you have 5Gs pressing on you. Like case in point, I joke and I call it the vomit comet, but it's true. The orange mission on mission space, when you're in it and you have to pull the thing over the side, there's a reason why they tell you to look ahead. Because once that starts up and like the liftoff segment, it feels like a piano is pressing on your chest. And you start to feel disoriented and you're tempted to look away. But if you look away, your brain gets scrambled because your balance is in with your inner ear. And that's why, like in space, you can get sickness because you can't tell what's or up or down or anything like that. Yeah.
I get dizzy getting off the couch. The hell makes you think I'm going on that attraction?
But I'm crazy because when that happens in mission space, especially when I get around other crazy people, are like, well, Nita, you are freaking amazing, my dear. Oh my gosh, dropping crazy coin. Just everyone's looking to get money. Ka-ching is all they hear. Yeah. Hey, girl, let me, oh my gosh, I got to hit you up. Let me hit you up less. This is pathetic.
Join in, folks. It's yodeling time.
Here at Lester's.
Elephant green screen effect.
Thank you so much, my dear, for that $9.99 super chat. That is going to go into the kitten donation fund. I don't know if you watched the show earlier, but I've already decided that my kitten is going to be named Stitch. That's going to be its name. And over here at the Orange County Animal Shelter, I want one that looks like this.
For a second, I was like, are you going to get a Russian blue?
I would love to. Oh my gosh. I would.
There's a breeder there in Orlando who breeds Russian blues.
Oh,
I found one.
Yeah, you need to let me know that because I
find them again.
I love Russian blues. I had one and he was just oh my gosh, the sweetest cat. And I named him Logan. Yes, like Wolverine.
Oh,
Logan. And man, he would have conversations with me. I was like, what is up with this cat? This is freaking weird. He's extremely smart. I mean, this dude, he would kill mice. Then hide them under the rug. That's what. Yes, he would hide them under the rug. That's what cracked me up.
That's so gross.
He'd leave it in the kitchen, and it wasn't whole. There was like nothing like this mouse between that and then his sister, Kayla, the black one. They would like tag team with the dead mouse, drop it. And the other one would pick it up and take it somewhere else. It's so friggin' funny. Oh my gosh, that kitten's adorable. Let's hope he's not as naughty and destructive as Stitch. I'm expecting it because kittens are stupid. And they do stupid things. but I'm used to it. They just do. They just do stupid kitten tricks. They get out of it about closer that they get to like 1 year old. But yeah, I just assume they're gonna be crazy. But it's mainly to keep Professor X out of my darn hair. I can't even go in the bathroom without him sitting outside and crying or putting his paw up under the door. He doesn't go into my room in the morning. He'll go into Camera Girl's room in the morning and will like put his paws on her face, like, wake up, wake up, wake up. That's what he does. Let's rescue a beat up, funky looking cat. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna go there. Orange County Animal Shelter, pay the adoption fee, and then they, spay or neuter them. They do all that, and they microchip too. That's the other thing. So make sure they microchip. I bought you this present, Mom. Yeah, not only did he bring me, mice, but again, put the dead mice up under the rug. That was diabolical because when I moved from one place to the other and we're rolling up the rugs and his dead mice.
My thing is the smell. Like after a while, you're like, what's that weird, funky smell? Then you look under the rug, you're like, that dang cat.
Erica, there was no smell. I didn't smell a freaking thing. Maybe it's because I had too many Febreze plugins. I don't know, but I didn't smell anything. And like every rug that we pulled up, we were finding dead mice. So Stitch needed life, and so did Lilu. So find one that needs you. Let him choose you. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like finding out which kitten has the particular temperament where they can warm up to you quickly. That's the other thing. Because they're already in a shelter and it's already a scary atmosphere for them. So you kind of have to see how they interact with you. Like with Camera Girl, every kitten that we adopted, like I still have pictures where she's like holding them, and like Logan was the first one. He actually started hissing at the other cats. He's like he's in my daughter's arms. He's comfortable, but he's looking at these other cats and he is hissing at this little thing. And he's hissing at these big cats to the point where they're just like, maybe she should turn around so he can't see the other cats. And he just kind of laid there, So he was, they were very good. So that's the other thing, to find out what their temperament is when they find you. Use a self-feeding dish so they won't wake you up. Nita, Professor X is very greedy. He's very greedy. You have to give him wet food, because if we give him a self-feeding dish, like with dry food, he will eat so much that he will puke it up on the carpet.
Oh, jeez.
Yes. He will eat so much that he will puke it up on the carpet. And he learned it from my other cat. And she was so old. You think that the cat would just like nibble some and chew it, swallow it, nibble some and chew it and swallow it. No. You know what she would do? She would put her mouth in the bowl, shove her mouth forward so all the dry food just went into her mouth like that. Yes. And then later on, I find cat puke on the floor. So he gets wet food in the morning. And so Camera Girl gets up early. She's an early riser. So it's like, yeah. So he's smart enough. He goes bug her in the morning. And then he sits outside my bedroom door until I wake up. He's something else. Crunching sound must be. I was dead to the world asleep, so I had no idea what was going on. Under the rug, that is one scary smart cat. Yes, Russian blues are very smart. They are very smart. Logan was not a dumb kitten by any stretch of the imagination at all. He literally, where we lived, because when the weather gets colder, the field mice will try to come in the house. He had a routine. First of all, his sister would sleep in Camera Girl's bed. She just wanted to snuggle up. He would get out and he basically would patrol the whole entire house. Like that's what he would do on the regular. It was crazy. It's like time for bed. Okay. Sister sleeps in the bed. He gets out and walks around. Yeah. I have never, Professor X hasn't even done that. He'll just leave it. I can step on it. But yeah, put it up under the bed. Kitten versus puppies. Which pet is more destructive as baby animals? I have not had any experience with puppies. I'm going to say kittens because kitten pee is a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah.
At least with a puppy, you know, the poop is pretty much whatever stinks and you can clean them up. But cat pee is disgusting.
Yeah. Oh.
Can't stand go to people's house and the first thing you smell is cat piss. No, people do not even know I have cats. My dad one day funny. He's
you really got to stay on top of the litter, know how to use the litter box and know how much litter to use, change it properly.
Don't buy cheap litter. I mean, yeah.
Fill the bin like you're supposed to fill it. Don't just put a little bit down in there because you want to try and save money, but then your house smells like cat pee because you're trying to make the litter stretch.
There's a reason why I use Fresh Step cat litter with Febreze in it. You know, and I got spray and all that stuff. Because I remember one time my dad came over, he's like, your house doesn't smell like cat. I'm like, it's not supposed to.
Yeah, just like my house never smelled like dog because it's not supposed to when we had Sophie.
My buddy's cat is a grim creeper of lizards. Her judgment is swift and plentiful. Yeah, Professor X had to move from mice to killing lizards. And I'm not going to say how many lizard parts I found. Lizards in the dead roach position. Lizards and palmetto bugs. Lizards I can kind of deal with, and they're kind of like the tiny ones that that like sneak in, and he'll just like, man, he will
play with it like he's playing with food.
Yeah, this thing's like on the ground barely, and you see its neck sack and play. Oh God, it was so sad. Yes. How they meowing is a language that they use with humans. Yeah, that's what he'll do. His camera girl be like, he sounds hurt. I'm like, no, he's not hurt. He's telling you he wants to eat or he wants her attention. So now she kind of understands when he does that. But yes, they do when they communicate with you. In-house gross, but at least they keep them from attacking you. Yeah, lizards I don't mind. Lizards kind of, they eat like mosquitoes and stuff. And were it not for the Zevo plugs that I have in my house, mosquitoes would be dying off of me. So lizards I can deal with. I have one lizard that comes out at night. I call him Rocky because he blends in with the stucco outside. And he hangs out near the trash can. So that's actually pretty good. I didn't know cats were like swamp dragons like that. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. That cat from the shelter looks like their name is Gizmo. He's so cute, though. I love him. Let's see. You're right. The kittens taunted my dog. And one day the kitten fell into an empty pool. So the mother cat just stared at the kitten and shook her head. The kitten did climb back out after 30 minutes. Yeah. Cats can actually swim. They just don't want to do it. I want to. Yes, I legit had a guard cat. Yeah, I can't deal with stupid cats. I can't. Whenever I get a kitten, I'm evaluating their intelligence. Because my sister once had a cat that was so dumb, I called it 40 watt. I'm just that was so stupid. Yeah, they do. They do. So I knew I did not want my house smelling like cat pee. So I spend a lot of money on Fresh Step cat litter. And yeah, there's quite a bit that's in that litter box. Let me tell you, palmetto bugs make a satisfying crunch. Yeah, Rambam 3000. A palmetto bug is like a mutant version of a cockroach.
It is. It is a mutant cockroach.
Mhm.
I don't know
And
why they get fancy with the language. It's just
and
a nasty, huge. Bleh.
and they fly. So
Duh, with no direction.
none whatsoever. I mean, you want to see people freak
Oh.
out? Florida, air conditioning, whatever. Yeah, we're scared of that. But let some palmetto bug come in and start flying around. No, nobody is cool. And if they trim the palm trees, because I have quite a bit of palm trees around my house, when they trim those, I know those bugs are trying to come in the house. So I've got extra traps and all that freaking stuff. So yeah, it is quite ugly. Puppies are cute. They are cute. They are cute. Hey, Steel Leg, how you? Yeah. Oh my gosh, my throat just started bothering me right now. Hey, Steel Leg of History, how you doing? Today, be blessed. Sorry I'm late. Just got done streaming. Hit 767 subs. Having a lot of fun. Can't thank you all enough for everything. Well, I'm so glad to hear that, my friend. So good seeing you so well with your channel and well in life as well. And you're one of my OG channel members. Been with me since the beginning. So thank you. Our cat was chasing a lizard and it dropped its tail and the tail kept wiggling. It was nasty. It didn't pull the cat. So we still got the poor thing in slowly. You know what? Yeah, that's the reason why we call Florida the Australia of America. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a reason we say that. Buying cockroaches, no.
Yeah. No.
They are, oh my gosh, they are the freaking worst. They really are. They're just like,
That's why you don't have palm trees. So you
Yeah.
don't get palmetto bugs. I
mhm.
hate palm trees. I mean, they're pretty to look at, but I do not want one anywhere near my yard.
I did not make the connection of palmetto bugs and palm trees until when I moved here. And like, it seemed like after they trimmed the palm trees,
Yeah, disturb the nest.
I'm like, why is there a dead palmetto bug in my kitchen on its back? Because Professor X killed it.
Gross.
Yeah. Florida cats, they get real tuned when they know that a palmetto bug gets in the house. They go in Terminator mode. It's something amazing, I tell you. This one Terminator cat. Yeah. Yeah. Again, intelligence. The best ones, yeah, they know. They know. All right. Well, folks, as usual, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us here in the Resort Recon Live podcast. So hope you enjoyed it. Yes, he used Cerebro to kill the bugs and lizards and stuff. Erica, what do you have going on to let folks know about, and where can they find you?
Oh, I started decorating and got some footage of us decorating as best as I could because it's kind of hard to film yourself decorating. And yeah, I'll be on Dad Man Walking 55 later this month on the 17th. We are going to be talking Halloween decorations and Halloween.
Oh, I gotta make sure I put that on my calendar because I love Erica's Halloween decorating. Just she's amazing at it. She's absolutely amazing at it, and I'm just like so impressed with all the stuff that she comes up with.
This year, for the first time, our village is having a contest for best decorated Halloween house.
Ooh,
so my expectations for myself just went through the roof. And I got no money.
Oh, don't you hate that? When you have no money and everything?
Well, it's the stupid shutdown. The shutdown is affecting us. So I'm having to... I already bought some stuff previously over the summer because I start shopping, as things come out before October. Yeah. So I'm pretty much got what I need. It's just those few little things, whether it's like extra tape or glue, and you're like, I really don't want to spend any more money. But I got most of what I need. I got neighbors and stuff too. We got a Facebook group, so if I need extra little tools here and there, I can borrow from neighbors and friends. But yeah, so I got the Pumpkin King, and he's going to be stretching over my balcony this year. Yes, ma'am.
I can't
wait. I can't wait to put that one out, but I can't because I'm afraid the wind's going to knock it down. Plus, I don't want to give away all my secrets. So I'm going to wait till like the week of. Anyway, yeah, it's like a whole strategy in my head now.
Nita, yes, mine does too. Apparently, likes to torment it to death because when I see them, they're dead. And oh my gosh. Well, as for your girl, tonight at 8 p.m., we have the watch party. We're going to have a watch party for one of my favorite cult. I wouldn't really call it horror movie. It's more like dark comedy. Army of Darkness, starring William Campbell. So you got to check that out. We're going to be watching that this evening at 8. And then, of course, Sunday, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, Welcome to Florida show. We will be talking about Sir Francis Drake, who the Spanish nicknamed El Drac because dude just kept jacking their ships and he actually burned down St. Augustine. And it was actually made into a tapestry or like drawing of exactly how he wound up burning St. Augustine. And Sir Francis Drake is the reason why the Castillo de San Marcos is made out of coquina stone instead of wood. So we're going to start talking about that on Sunday night. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I hope you guys join us. So you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We sure do appreciate your support of the show, all the chats, all the super chats. So appreciate it. You guys take care. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.